Where's Nano? He'll be here, don't worry. Wait, what did it say on our save? Chapter 15A? Is that the route that we're on? 15A? Okay, that's interesting. Just say that we killed Kako, and then Nano will appear, right? Day 25, what is this, Inception? Yeah, basically we had to reset the timeline, and now we kind of made things worse and more chaotic, I'm not gonna lie. Lisa! Okay, no, Lisa wants to fight today. I arrived at the Leisure Lounge just before 7 p.m. and found that all the other Special Defense Unit members were already there. Huh? We've got quite a group here. Did everybody decide to join the game? Back to grinding Monster Hunter as usual? Okay, absolutely. See you later, story time.
Honestly, I never wanted to come, but Darmy rang my doorbell at least 10,000 times. She was so persistent, I just gave in. I was eating a snack in the cafeteria when suddenly Lady Darmy snatched my holy Jumanji sword. I pursued the scoundrel and attempted to retrieve her, but suddenly I found that I had been lurked here. Oh, the holy Jumanji sword is safe and sound if you were concerned. You could say this was a real steal, haha.
Yeah, Darumi is actually just puppet mastering shit.
Yoshika, give that blade of yours to me immediately. I'm going to snap it in half along with your entire spinal column. Why would you say something so frightening? Wait, what, Lady Korra, you've come too?
We were worried when you disappeared so suddenly, so we came here looking for you. Yoshika, if you worry us like that again, I'll drop a heel right on the crown of your head to teach you a lesson. Oh, for the love of murder. Looks like we've all been tricked into coming here. Darumi seems to have used some pretty underhanded tricks to get everyone to come.
What a score! With that many people killing each other, it's going to be so much fun! Alright, it's almost time for the game to start.
Now that we're moved in, we can do twin streams. Well, no, that'll be when we live in the house. Grant's twin is not here.
Who's going to die first? Maybe me. I sure hope so. Everybody, please kill me. Oh, I made sure to bring all of your infusers too. We're all set for the great slaughter to begin. She's so prepared, it's scaring me.
Darumi seems thrilled at the idea of us killing each other, but I don't plan on hurting any of my friends. I'm not going to let anyone else die, that's why I wanted to do this. Oh.
It's almost time. What kind of person do you think is running this game?
I'm kind of excited to see who the bad guy is. Time passed, and finally it was 7 p.m., but... Alright, Yuriko's here.
For fuck's sakes, nothing's happening.
Nobody came, nothing happened. The Leisure Lounge was as quiet and peaceful as ever. Maybe the mastermind gave up after they saw a disgusting insect like me was joining.
Or maybe the whole message was just a prank.
Honestly, as anticlimactic as that would be, a safe conclusion like that might be for the best.
Look, it's getting late, I'm out of here.
No sooner than Takemaru said those words, it happened. What if it's Monokuma? Suddenly an ominous sound came out of nowhere. What was that sound? It's awful. My ears hurt.
The hell? Someone revving a bug engine. No way, I've never heard an engine make this noise this horrible. Listening to you is making me blow. Bzzz!
I think that there is a noise, but it's getting drowned out by our dehumidifier.
Wow.
The unidentified sound grew louder and louder. Ugh, where's it coming from? We looked around for the source of the sound. That's when we happened to look up at the ceiling.
Huh?
What?
What?
Only to be greeted by an unbelievable sight.
Bees? The hell? They're flying around with a bunch of big-ass bees?
Is that a spacesuit? Wait, no. A diving suit?
Yeah, who is the person?
A bee parachute? I've never seen such a hideous mode of transport.
Eek! I hate bugs! Someone get me some bug spray stat!
The individual in the spacesuit gradually lowered their altitude. They landed in the leisure lounge.
You look fucking ridiculous. Take the helmet off and show it your face.
Is this some Wrestling Federation's masked fighter? Love the costume, but you gotta lose the bees. We need to take this seriously. They might be with the invaders. What if it's a commander? Takumi, did you see a commander like this during your first 100 days? No, I never saw anyone like this. We never faced a commander who controlled bees, especially not one in a spacesuit.
Hey, who are you? It's only polite to introduce yourself. Speak up, asshole.
Which one of us should take this one?
Who got the last character?
I think I have Eva, right?
Yeah. I guess.
Okay. The mysterious person examined our faces without answering. Then they nodded, seemingly satisfied.
So good to see so many of you.
Oh, the freaking zero insert.
It's not Darmy.
With so many participants, this killing game is sure to reach a screaming climax.
I actually can't believe it's not Darmy. Look at Darmy's face, though.
The more lives there are to lose, the more spectacular the battle.
Their voice sounded unnatural. Perhaps they were filtering it through a voice changer? Their face was obscured by their mask, too, so there was no guessing their age or gender.
And for deciding to join my game, Special Defense Unit Nuggets.
Good one.
Working on it.
I commend your small act of bravery.
They commended us! Yoshika, they're definitely being sarcastic or trying to provoke us.
We're so terribly honored, but who exactly are you? What are you doing at this school?
I'm here to play more games with you. Of course, I'm the sponsor of the Invader Hunt.
Is Grant using a voice changer? It kind of sounds like it.
You may call me sponsor. Treat the title with the respect it deserves.
So where the fuck was this person during the first loop? Sponsor, so this is the person who invited us to play the game. Which means...
Time is precious. I wish to start the game quickly. First, we'll hold the opening syrup.
How much you want to bet Takamaru is about to beat his ass? Oh, let me ask you one thing first. I yelled over the sponsor, interrupting them mid-sentence. Are you the one who murdered our friend, Gaku Maruko? Is it Ato's ghost? A strange threat was written on the blackboard the day before Gaku's murder.
I'm glad we stopped for this. Before this, because I would have been like...
Seriously, what the fuck? Yeah. It perfectly matches this order of events.
What would have happened if we've ignored this guy?
That was probably a death.
Yeah, probably.
In other words, it was only natural to assume this was the person behind Gaku's death. Okay, so wait, I will say, this is actually way more interesting than it's just Darumi fucking with us. Because that would have pissed me off, actually.
I think, I'm gonna be honest, I think the entire route where you just ignore every warning you get on the thing, just more and more people die until you have no one left, is just, I think that just happened.
What?
There's just gonna be like, oh, we ignored this one. Like, 2 people died, and there's gonna be another one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Would you like to try again? No!
Does it really matter who I haven't hurt or I haven't killed? After all, every last one of you will die in this game.
Don't dodge the question. I'm asking if you killed Gaku. Yes or no?
Yes and no. There's no other way for me to answer.
I told you not to dodge the...
Takumi, read the room!
A sharp voice pierced my eardrums and caused me to cover my ears. Darmy?
I've been waiting for this day my entire life. I prayed to the god of killing games every night.
Oh my god.
Begged to be released from the pointlessness of my life. Begged for me, my parents, my brother, my teachers to all die in gratuitous glory style. My dream is finally about to true. I'm going to get the killing game I've always wanted. Don't ruin this for me. Don't you dare ruin my dream.
I was taken aback by the desperation in her voice.
Aren't you a strange one? Are you that excited for my game?
Like you don't even know. Tell me all the messed up rules we have to follow.
What if this guy let Ava out in the other route?
Well, it already admitted that.
Oh, true.
It motivates me to hear you have such high expectations. And allow me to explain the rules.
No, thank you. Not interested.
Kurara interrupted and stepped forward.
I have no intention of playing your game. I refuse to even recognize it.
My canon is that Darmy has the Grant voice. That's how I am with Kurara. The Kurara Grant voice is more fitting for her than her actual voice, in my opinion. You know what we were saying though? It would be cool if Kurara had two voices, where that voice is the when like she doesn't have her tomato on, and then the other one is like the sassy, confident voice that Grant gives her. Who isn't present? I think all the characters are here, no?
You want us to kill each other? I'd never approve of such a vile game.
Don't be so rash, Tomato Head. That vileness is what will make this game interesting. You might enjoy it more than you expected, if you just give it a try. It's not often to give you that opportunity to unleash your primal urges until you feel a man.
I told you I'm not playing. I am the scion of the Osuzuki family, the pinnacle of the Suzukis. It's fine for me to trample on the ignorant masses from up on high, but there's no way in hell I'm allowing someone to try and kill me as if we're equals.
So you refuse to participate?
That goes for at least half of us. There's only the few mental patients here who want to play your deranged game. He's so dead.
She's a tomato version of Byakuya.
Takemi, she just called you. Takemi, she just called you a mental patient.
She means you too.
All who refuse to join the game will be eliminated. I believe that I made that very clear.
I believe you did.
Kurara glanced down for just a moment.
So go ahead and try.
Why is Fire Baby in a Fire Baby powered diving suit? You think it's a Fire Baby? That would be really weird. That's like the only other known character it could be, though. Also, hi, Fail. I have a feeling Kurara's about to die, yeah. Yeah, hi, Fail. We moved upstate, so we're in our new place and we're finally back. All of a sudden, she was ready to fight.
Pull your filthy eyeball out of your sockets and watch closely. Behold the Osuzuki family boxing technique.
Upstate in South Carolina? Absolutely not.
I'm going to beat you in your ugly costume until you're so swollen you look like you're stuck your head in your stupid beehives.
Kurara assumed a boxing stance and steadily approached the sponsor. Wait, Kurara, don't try to fight them alone.
I can handle this by myself. I don't sense any fighting spirit in this pathetic worm.
She's dead.
They have the quintessential pauper aura, all talk and no action. One punch will do it.
Ignoring our warnings, Kurara continued to close the distance between the sponsor and herself.
Hope you like the taste of a noble's fist.
Kurara was about to unleash her deadly uppercut when it happened. Kurara! The bees that had been hovering near the ceiling descended with a terrible cacophony of beating wings, and then... Oh.
They took her helmet.
Yeah, where's the tomato? They instantly grabbed Karara and whisked her up high into the sky.
Put me down! Put me down this instant! Oh, these horrible things are so creepy!
I know, we need Moroku to attempt to absorb the bees and then get sick. Karara squirmed frantically, but they held onto her tight, refusing to let go.
Karada Suzuki, I sentence you to being suspended mid-air. What a sight, don't you think? As they say, smoke and fools rise to great heights. You can writhe and suffer for now. I'll ease your pain when the time is right.
Lady Karara! Give me back my Lady Karara, you vile insect!
Karara, what do we do? How do we get her back?
Oh,
She's so high up, even my mid-air attacks wouldn't reach her. What do we do now? How can we save Karara when she's all the way up there? Kako's sniper rifle might be able to reach, but this Kako has never used her Hemo Anima before.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say we could use equal wings.
Also, yeah. Right now, there's no way for us to attack the bees up near the ceiling. If she has her infuser, couldn't she just fly like she flies when she's in her class armor?
Yeah, on the shovel.
In that case, we'll just have to attack the person controlling them. Suddenly, I found myself running at full tilt, making a beeline for the sponsor. I'm not going to lose anybody else. I let that determination take away my fear and carry me forward. I plunged my infuser into my chest as I ran. Give back! I screamed as loud as my voice would let me and swung my sword down on the sponsor. I felt it connect. My blade was going to split them in two. I was so sure it would, and yet...
That tickles! Is that all you've got, Telekinesis Nino?
How? The sponsor was completely unharmed.
It's simple. Your power isn't enough to inflict even the slightest scratch on me.
No, this has to be some sort of mistake. This has to be some kind of cheap trick.
And try again. I won't stop you.
You see, in the background there, Jumanji Sword Girl is in her class armor now. Oh, they all are.
You've got some balls, beef fucker. Let's see how long you keep it up this tough guy act, huh?
time!
I'm joining the fray, Takumi. Combined, our power level is like 2 million. Hey, Kuroi. We can get them, guys. We need to save Kurara as soon as possible. Everybody. Even if we can't take the sponsor on alone, we can if we all attack together.
Brace yourself, asshole.
What is that?
Yeah, what is that? Oh, is that the bike?
Yeah, I guess so.
Our breaths synchronizing, we all leapt at the sponsor.
Take that!
Dude, does she dual wield
You
swords?
blackguard!
Apparently.
Never noticed that.
Me neither.
Guys, did anyone notice Yoshika dual wield swords?
Takemaru, Nozomi, Kiyoshika, and I unleashed everything we had on the sponsor.
2 arms!
True. We punched, we kicked, we sliced, we pummeled, we tried every attack possible. We used every last ounce of our strength until we had no energy or Hemo Anima to spare. However...
It tickles.
Why? Why don't our attacks do anything?
Are you immortal or some goddamn thing?
You have the endurance of a rustler to withstand my body slam. No matter how much we attacked, our opponent didn't even flinch. This was far beyond a matter of strength or endurance. They were literally invincible.
We can't give up. We must save Lady Karara. My fellow warriors, just one coordinated attack and...
Enough of this sideshow. The opening story will conclude with Karara Osuzuki's death.
There was a cruelty in the sponsor's voice as they pointed to Karara still hanging in the air. Oh, it just cut her neck?
Yeah.
Please, help!
No! No! They killed Best Girl! Her body was rapidly turning black. Was the swarm of bees draining her cryptoglobin?
Lady Kurara!
Once they sucked everything out of Karara, the bees dropped her dried up husk on the floor. No! Karara! Karara!
No, this can't be happening. Lady Karara cannot be dead.
Don't give up yet. Let's take her to the Revive-O-Matic. Nozomi, Moko, and Kyoshika lifted up Karara's corpse and left the leisure lounge, but...
Oh, how pointless. How can a body be revived if there isn't a drop of cryptoglobin left in it? How pitiful that you would die before the game even began. You ruined my schedule. I suppose you'll simply have to postpone the start of the game until tomorrow morning. Return here as soon as you're awake tomorrow. And might I remind you, there's no point in trying to escape. You know what happens if you refuse to play.
Darumi looks excited. There was nothing we could say. We'd be killed instantly if we tried to resist. Never had any message come through so clearly. I time traveled to see this and have no idea what's going on. Hey, Nano.
Bummer Karara got the opening death scene.
Basically, Lisa was saying a bunch of things about Kako to summon you, Nano, but it didn't work at first. Anyways, Karara just died to whatever the fuck is happening here.
Must be nice she died with so much drama. But it should have happened to me.
Oh, it was CF top 4, right? Who's the top 4?
Well, whatever. The game starts tomorrow, so I have plenty of chances to have a nice gory demise. I wonder how everyone else is going to die. Who's going to kill me? There's like so much to look forward to.
Darumi's eerie yet strangely innocent cackle rang out across the silent leisure lounge. Play Guy Ragna, Killer Kitty, and Ice Cool. Oh, cool. We are on a very unhinged route in this game.
Tengi likes the unhinged routes, apparently.
Yeah, hi, Sionis.
He had to kill my character.
Yeah, Grant's actually lost 2 people in this route so far. New place is good so far. We just, it took us literally from Wednesday until today to have this place with open floor space and not a sick dog and...
Getting rid of all the rat's nests.
I wasn't gonna say it on stream, but,
I mean, there weren't any rat nests.
That is a lie. Elder Naysala, great name. Welcome to the stream. I don't think it's that innocent either. Karara died, Nano.
Bring back Karara.
Put down traps. We did. We put traps in the walls.
I don't think there's any more.
I don't think there's any more either. This room was just in a state before we got here, and
I wish we had a before and after picture.
we really messed up by not doing that, yeah.
It's actually really nice now, but it was...
Well, so this is not an apartment either. This is like the downstairs room in a house.
Yeah, it's not big. It's only like 400 and something square feet.
But we made it look really nice, and it's just big enough for the 2 of us for, you know, a couple months. So, I actually have no complaints about it right now. We worked our butt off the last 4 days. So, I'm feeling pretty darn proud of how it came out.
You want to say hi to stream?
Oh yeah, we'll get... There's our little girl who, She was sick for the first 2 days because we think she might have eaten something that she wasn't supposed to. And we had to take her to the vet because she was having a little blood in her stool.
She was pooping just blood.
She was throwing up and then, like, sick pooing. Thank God we have hardwood floors.
She was very sick.
She's better now, though. We just got her some fluids and some medicine, and now she's doing a lot better now.
They ran some tests on her, but I think it was she just ate something. They gave her stuff for her diarrhea.
Yeah, bloody diarrhea. Really gross. But yeah, basically, we just had to, like, deep clean everything that we were keeping that was in this room before we got here, and now that we've done that, it's pretty phenomenal. We are having a small problem with ants, though, so I've been spraying openings with apple cider vinegar, and Grant used some of that, like, hard foam to try and block off some holes, like, in our molding. So yeah, she got into, honestly, Sionis, we think that she got into some mouse droppings. Yeah, Elder, that's what we're doing. Yeah, because she got really sick really fast from it. And we just, it's one of the only things.
Now.
Yeah, she's all better now. She's good spirits. She's eating again. She's a little constipated, but the medicine is supposed to do that, so it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we allowed her back up on the bed last night for the first time in a few days, and she was, like, very, very happy. She loves sleeping with us. But anyways, yeah, the new place is honestly, like, great. I love it. So we're gonna be here for a few months, and then after that it'll be our house, which is gonna be even better. So yeah.
Yeah, that's why we are we're using apple cider vinegar right now instead of poison.
Exactly. We do have some ant traps, but they are definitely toxic, and I would rather use something that is not toxic because I don't want to have to, like, section off our kitchen. But yeah, it's been a project the last couple of days.
Get ready for your 26th day.
Oh, another
of
big
active
issue
service
was
here at
getting
last.
internet stability
Defense
down here because
Academy.
basically the router is upstairs on the other side of the house. I've been on the struggle trying to get my internet to work. Ironically, even I went in Discord at one point to say, I will admit, and the rest of the message was, like, 72 hours of blood, sweat, and tears have really made this place look great. Too bad the internet is terrible. But I lost my train of thought. We lost internet after I typed the message, I will admit. So I just wrote, I will admit nothing, and everybody in the Discord's like, did he lose internet? And the answer is yes. Ants are tricky because toxic ant traps and dogs do not go well. Exactly. So we're not messing with that. At that point, it would be almost better to get a privatized network option. Yeah, that is true, Elder. And we would do that if we were staying here for longer than a few months. But it's a very temporary situation. We don't want to rock the boat too much. Pengy never admitted it. Well, I just told you guys in real time what the complete message was. Did you get a new router deal? The internet seems good right now. So Grant told me about these adapters that you can get for the wall. Basically, you plug it into the wall, and you plug another one into your router. And there's an Ethernet that goes like a wired connection from the thing you plug into your wall into your computer, let's say. And there's another one by the router that gets plugged into the router. And it uses electricity to try to transfer the internet, kind of like Wi-Fi, but like with more stability. We're using one of those, and then we have a Ethernet splitter running off of that that's feeding to my computer, Grant's computer, and there's going to be one for my PlayStation as well.
Yeah, so the Wi-Fi runs through the internet right now.
Yes, okay. It's okay. Yeah, we've been dealing with all of that. It's been a thing. And I feel like every time we start working on another like aspect of the apartment, we notice something new, like something else that we didn't already think about that we need to order. So we've literally placed, I want to say, like half a dozen Amazon orders of random shit that we're like, oh, we need this, oh, we need this, oh, we need this. Oh, and Grant left his seat next to me to go type howdy on his computer across the room. Matter of fact, that is literally him in the act. Oh. Thanks for subscribing, babe.
Had to subscribe, guys.
Are our heaters working as they should? Actually, no. Our heater has a wall, like plates that you're supposed to, punch in and adjust temperature on, but the up arrow doesn't work. So luckily it's summer and it's not super cold, but we're in New York and it has been kind of cold and dreary, so we've been using space heaters to heat it up for what we do need. Other than that, we just sleep with blankets, and I get really warm at night, so it's not really an issue. So yeah, anyways, it is great that we have everything set up. We're going to be back on a regular streaming schedule now that we have our internet kind of...
And Grant has his computer chair for stream, so his back no longer hurts?
Yes, Grant is comfortable while streaming, which is very important.
His $1,200 computer chair?
Oh, please, you braggart. Yes, so everything is good, and let's keep playing.
Prepare to spend another day enduring.
Oh, I'm gonna make a Siray command, because I see you guys pressing that in Discord. ! Siray, even though you know it doesn't exist.
Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric
Remind
enemy.
me at the start of the next day to make a save file so I can record something from the morning announcement. Yeah, you know what it's gonna be. Enduring the unendurable. It's morning. I barely slept last night. I woke up over and over again seeing Kurara's face when she died in my nightmares. They won't get away for killing my friend so horribly. If I could, I'd kill them right now. But right now, we're too weak. We can't beat them. One poor attempt to revolt, and we'd just be massacred. For now, we have to obey. We just have to play the game. They wanted us to come back to the leisure lounge when we woke up. I hurried off to the leisure lounge. Hi, Nutmeg. So I saw a suit guy. Yeah, we've got this dude called the Sponsor who just shows up in this route. On my way to the leisure lounge, I came across Nozomi and Moko in the hall. Nozomi, are you okay? You're so pale. I couldn't sleep last night. I just can't believe it. Kurara, she's gone. Kurara, I don't know what to say. What could I do for her after she lost a close friend? We buried her. Make sure you say goodbye to her later. Okay, Takumi? Yeah, I promise I will. Really? You're not going to get away with killing Kurara. That's why I was doing it. I'll do whatever it takes to avenge her. But now's not the time. They're a bit too strong for us right now. So we're all going to play this game for a little while and wait for our chance. For now, we just have to push all the grief down and grit our teeth. Knowing how to bide your time is an important part of fighting.
When do we get freaking free time, guys?
Yeah, I'm really starting to feel like this route has no free time. Yeah, definitely. Nozomi was barely able to hold steady on her own 2 feet. Moko looked after her as she walked to the leisure lounge. I made a vow to myself as I watched Nozomi walk away. No matter how this game turns out, I'll protect Nozomi to the end. No, not just Nozomi. I won't let anyone else die. Because I came back here to protect them and grab hold of a future where I can find happiness. Where we can find happiness, even. Why have free time when you can have a killing game time? True.
At last, I present to you the rules of the invader hunt.
Once we were all in the leisure lounge, the sponsor began to explain the rules without any preamble.
The rules are exceedingly simple. All you have to do is hunt the creatures known as invaders. You'll gain points for each invader hunter, which will be tallied.
And reflected in the live rankings.
The names of everyone in the room were shown on a screen being held up by two bees.
One round lasts 10 days. The person ranked last at midnight on the 10th day will be executed.
Oh.
Their cryptoglobin drained by my bees.
Executed. Carrara's death was proof that this was no bluff. They could easily kill us all.
In short, we need to try and kill as many invaders as possible. Some people don't fight, so we'll be fine, right? I'm glad we don't have to actually kill each other or anything. I mean, not glad, but...
If we're just hunting invaders, then we just keep fighting defensive battles, right?
That's a shame shit we were doing anyway.
Not at all. What you're doing was merely defending your base. Hunting and defending are entirely different. To hunt, you must go out. The playing field is a space outside the school.
Oh.
You will not receive any points for any invaders killed at the school, no matter how many.
We can't get points anywhere in the area shaded red. That's anywhere within school grounds. That means if we want points, we'll have to go hunt down invaders wandering outside. So we're being forced to fight outside the ring then. It's too much for a shut-in like me to be forced outside like this. But what happens if the invaders attack the school while we're all out there? If a commander strikes when the place is empty, it's the end of the line.
All you need to do is engage them before they infiltrate the school grounds. They say that a good offense is the best defense after all.
Then we can't stray too far from the school. If we're not careful about how many battles we fight out there, we'll end up disqualified for going out of the ring. So we need to hunt in a place where we can quickly return to the school if something happens.
But how we're gonna track how many invaders we hunt down out there? We're definitely not counting on an honor system, right? Someone would definitely be lying about their numbers.
These bees will count your points. Whenever you kill invaders, they will count the points and report them to me.
In other words, these bees will be monitoring our actions while we're playing the game. Guests running away isn't going to be an option.
And last but not least, the most important rule of all. You are strictly forbidden from causing bee harm while the game is underway. Anyone who defies me will immediately become food for my bees. Try not to lose your cool.
A rather tyrannical, one-sided rule, isn't it? Does this mean we can't resist even if you use violence against us?
Don't worry, I will not lay a finger on any of you. The game will immediately cease if the sponsor harms a participant without just cause.
In other words, they won't hurt us as long as we do what they say.
But you're the one who enforces these rules. You turn on us entirely without recourse.
I intend to run this game as fairly as possible. Otherwise, things would be very boring. I promise not to violate the rules. Please trust me on that.
There's no way we can trust them, but we're in no position to argue.
Now then, that concludes the explanation of the rule.
So, I think we can safely conclude that he didn't kill Gaku.
The emo voice at some point. Thank you, Lisa. I really try.
Yeah, that's another Grant classic. Usually when we play visual novels, at least one character gets that voice.
But it fits emo.
It does, yeah. Hey, I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing. I have my classic voices too.
He's insulting my voices. I try really hard.
No, I love your voices.
No, Meg, attack him.
There are plenty of other hidden rules, but I'm not so inclined to give them all away at this juncture. come up with strategies on your own. Doing is learning.
The sponsor looked at all of us and shouted.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, step it up.
I literally did not say his voices were bad. Nutmeg used dragon breath? No. She's using rest right now, and charm.
You're saying she knows, baby doll eyes?
She has baby doll eyes.
Baby doll eyes.
As proud hunters and claim as many invaders as you can.
Definitely knows rest.
Maybe odor sleuth.
So.
I honestly, just because she's a dog, she smells things.
Oh, yeah.
She knows scratch too.
I don't. Yeah, she does know scratch. Yeah. Well,
The invader hunt has hereby officially.
So these rules, someone's gonna die no matter what. Yeah.
I don't know if she has yawn.
Yeah, she can use yawn. Without as much as a moment to prepare, the game was on. But I wasn't sure how I was supposed to handle our newly assigned task. I decided to go back to my room and prepare to leave the school grounds.
Maybe your next one is us saying no.
We'll see. I think that I've kept us on a not dying track, but just barely. The Invader Hunt is a point-based hunting game. I decided to review the rules of the game. The rules themselves were simple. All we really had to do was hunt invaders. However, the game field was outside the school grounds. Even if we killed an invader, if it happened in a school facility or in the schoolyard, it wouldn't count.
It's killing time!
Yawn, scratch, howl, and rest is the Louis moveset. Ella has play rough. Oh. Fake tears. Or someone's gonna die no matter what, otherwise it wouldn't be a killing game. Yeah, if someone has 0 points, I assume they just automatically die, yeah?
Well, it's every 10 days, so basically we're gonna lose, what, 7 people?
If we wanted points, we had to go out exploring and hunt down any invaders we come across. But it's way too dangerous to constantly be fighting out there. If we died outside school grounds, the drones wouldn't collect our dead bodies and the Revive-O-Matic wouldn't revive us. Death would truly be final. We have to be careful so we don't die, and if we want to do that, we should probably form teams. In a team, there'd be someone there to have our backs, and we could look after one another to keep each other alive. We need comrades if we want to survive. Okay, before I go out, I should find someone to partner up with. I decided to go talk to everyone to see if anyone would want to team up with me. Probably Nozomi, right? For some reason, when I went to the roof, everyone was already there. There was no sign of Darmi or Hiriko, but almost everyone else was there. Who would you choose to team up with, Pengy and Grant? Probably Hiriko and anybody else. Can you choose? I'm not sure.
Hakami!
Oh, everyone, great timing. I just figured out a way we can survive this game. Do you mind if we talk? Everyone rushed over to me and I explained the necessity of forming teams. So I think we should at least be in pairs. At first I thought it was just the baby mad that you were on a killing spree. I have no idea who this sponsor person is. Probably a cohort of Sarays, I'm not sure. I would choose Kiyoshika and Yugamu. Maybe it's the most dangerous form of a deranged psychopath. A Danganronpa fan from the moon? Okay, that would be interesting. Personally, I'd partner with Tsubasa. Yeah, the movement is amazing. There's no Kurara, why exist? I agree. Trying to do this solo will just end our game. Will just end in game over the moment you take a lethal hit.
Yeah, we're saying the same thing. That we should work in teams, I mean.
Broken so
We're actually
soon.
just deciding the teams.
In short, we're right in the middle of a draft meeting. Kako pulled out a piece of paper with the members of each team written on it.
The first team is us boys and Sister Dearest. Oh my god. And the second team is all of the girls. We might end up spending a lot of time together from now on, so we thought grouping up by gender would make sense.
Oh, so we're gonna get to choose between the teams now. What we're worried about is Yugamu. He's nowhere to be found.
Oh!
He's a boy. It's entirely possible he'd like to stick with Miss Kirafuji and Miss Magadori, as he's done up to this point.
Oh!
But if we put Yugamu in Team 2, then we should put Hiruko in Team 1.
Miss Shizuharu is very strong, so we're discussing giving preferential negotiation rights to a weaker team.
Preferential negotiating rights? This really is like a sports draft. By the way, what team do you want me in? It'd make sense if I was in the male-centric team, but...
You have to play alone. Nobody wants you.
What?
What? I was so shocked that my voice withered away mid-exclamation. Once again, Grant, our foresight of building up the main character more than the others is probably going to come through. Why? Why am I the only one being left out? Don't tell me you guys are still suspicious of me. I thought we cleared things up about Gaku.
How awful.
Yeah, they're very mean to Takumi in this route. I didn't kill him, it was the sponsor. Isn't that obvious?
No, we're all on the same page there. They're definitely the one who killed Mr. Maruko. They destroyed Saray too. They're behind everything.
Then why?
Mr. Sumino, have you forgotten? You killed Mr. Atsuki.
Sure, but why bring that up again? He was a traitor. He had to go.
Even if I grant you that, he was still one of us. If you had a comrade who could kill another comrade without batting an eye, would you want to team up with them in a killing game?
No way. You've got to be kidding. But...
And whenever you do anything, someone invariably ends up dead.
You're cursed! Do us all a favor and get out of here!
You're more than cursed. You're the Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper? It stung, but I couldn't argue. It was true that I was the common denominator in all the deaths so far. I came back to the past and immediately killed Eito.
Shut up!
And because I ignored the message on the blackboard on day 4, Gaku was killed the next day. And 2 days ago, I decided to join the game and encouraged everyone to join with me, and because of that, Urara died so brutally.
If you hadn't convinced us to join this game, Lady Karara would still be with us. It's all your fault. All of it. Give her back. Give Lady Karara back.
Okay, they're just blaming.
The blood of Lady Kurata is on your hands!
Okay. Kyoshika drew closer to me, letting out a pained cry. I couldn't bring myself to meet her eyes, which were now red and swollen from crying. Kyoshika, no! Moko put herself between us and embraced Kyoshika. Blaming Takumi won't bring her back. It'll just make it hurt even more.
But...
Knowing how to swallow your sorrow is part of fighting. We need to be strong right now. I'm sorry, Takumi. Kyoshika understands, I swear. She knows it's not your fault Karara died. I don't think she does. But she has no outlet for her grief, so she's just taking it out on you. I was so shocked that I couldn't utter a single word. I had no idea everyone had so much contempt for me. All I ever wanted to do was make everyone happy. That was why I came back. Where did it all go wrong?
I swear, Lady Luck of Fortune, or whatever the hell she's called, turned against you the moment you offed Eito. The whole slew of shit speaks for itself. Not even I can help you out here. Sorry, but you're on your own.
Sorry, Takumi.
Everyone left one after the other, leaving me all alone on the rooftop. Damn!
It's fine, we're easily the strongest person.
I felt total despair. This was my first time being so obviously and intentionally isolated. I always had Karua by my side in the TRC, and my mom and dad were always waiting at the dinner table whenever I went home. But now, here I was, all alone. I would have to face this game of death all by myself. Nobody would ever want to team up with the Grim Reaper. But then I thought of something. That's right, Hiroko. I saw Hiroko in my mind's eye. On day 5, she took me to second to last Defense Academy. I'll be impressed if they have the balls to just kill you off and give no answers. I can never really tell what she's thinking, but she's a surprisingly caring person. She might be willing to work with me on this. Maybe I should ask Hiroko if she'll team up with me.
I mean, come on, let's be real here. We're so broken. We literally have the power that the fucking invaders are hunting for.
We will be even more broken too. If Hiroko joins us.
I really hope
Broken
each
so
different
soon.
ending gives each other person that power up. Like, get it?
Returning to the past?
Yeah. No. Like their powered up passive.
Oh, that I would like that too.
Like, I bet Ito, if we didn't kill him, has his upgraded passive.
That would be cool. Well, let's see. Feeling a sliver of hope, I decided to stop by Hiroko's room.
Like, let's be real here. Kako is broken if she doesn't have it. That's why, so Nano said he had a way where he didn't have
to deal with the downside of her passive.
Yeah, which is why I was like, oh, I wonder if we can get everyone to get that.
Yeah, Nano, I will say, we have like a like usually after we stop playing, Grant and I keep talking about the game, and usually there's a section of the conversation where we're like, Nano said this in the stream chat. What could that mean? It's like Nano hour.
Have to find out.
Lisa, you will never find out. Actually, you probably will, but
Stomach sleeping on me. What if I just lie?
I mean, you could.
I just think it'd be cool, so it's my copium.
Please, Hiroko, you have to answer. If you forsake me too, then it's all over.
Okay.
So wait, what if I put us down the route where you bond with Hiroko the most? That would be...
I didn't roll my eye. No, I didn't. Guys, tell him I didn't roll my eyes.
Maybe my prayers were answered because... Takumi, what do you need at this hour? Hiroko, thank goodness you're still here. The deranged killer route is the me route? How
Lisa,
dare.
what's your question?
Wait, you didn't say Grant, so he's gonna ignore you. Grant would love the last route I did. I'm so curious as to why you think that.
Oh, I want to see it. Tell us when we're on it. Tell me us when we finish it, or when we're on it.
Maybe Grant will naturally choose that route when it's time for his path. Do it, Nano. Never speak the truth.
I feel like we're going to be playing this game for another month and a half.
We're going to be probably playing this game for the rest of the year.
Feels like.
I was almost tearing up with happiness. I'm so glad you're here. So glad. The moment I met you, you stirred my soul. Hey, Carvey. Yeah, we made it. It's been a hell of a move. But, we finally got our place looking good. I might take this, blanket down in a little bit, because it's not as bad, I think.
If Tengi died, would you do the other choice, or go back and choose something else? If I go, I'm starting from the beginning for my second one. After that, I'm gonna start messing around for once. For my next one, I wouldn't have killed Ato.
That'll change things up a lot.
I wouldn't have killed him, personally. That's just me.
Oh, I didn't think twice about killing him. The internet, it lives. Oh my god. Yes, after days of working on the issue.
I mean, what's a move without finding a few dead rat corpses?
We found a mummified rat. I'm not gonna say too much more about it, but...
Tangy also finally got rid of 15-year-old beeping.
Yeah, I did.
Don't worry about what that means.
We found a Verizon router from, like, the year 2000.
That was beeping for 15 years because it had low battery.
How something has low battery for 15 years, I have no idea.
Then when Grant died, Tengi would go back to his power, probably.
I found a mouse skeleton that had disintegrated in the corner at work. So there was like a bag of papers and wires, and the mice had used it as a nest, and the mouse itself just, like, it literally mummified. Like, it was flat, but there was still the hair and the bones.
I don't want to talk about that.
I am not talking about Carrara, how dare you!
Thangy deer in that.
Okay, yeah, maybe we drained the Cryptic Globe, and that's, well...
Thangy, I want to play the game.
Okay, but
Was this place not habitable? Yeah, it was not before, so we've been actually renovating it.
Lisa, do you know the show Hoarders? It was full of random junk.
My dad did a great job. We ripped out the carpet, which was disgusting. Threw out a shit ton of crap. Put down vinyl flooring.
Yeah, we have hardwood flooring. We repainted it.
Cleaned everything.
And then anything that wasn't eliminated from here before we got here, we deep cleaned the shit out of the last 4 days. So that's like a coffee table, a giant shelving closet structure attached to the wall,
nice.
The couches, shelves in the kitchen, like deep cleaned everything, and now everything looks pristine and nice, and we have a really nice little studio apartment.
Yeah, it feels very homey.
It's very nice, and it's perfect for 2 people for temporary, right? We're gonna have a much bigger place by the end of the year. But for now, I have no complaints about this, now that we have the internet running.
I'm surprised we have this good of internet.
It is dark now. What do you think if we take this down and see how it looks?
Back up.
Okay. Do you want to flip the switch behind me and we'll see if the glare's bad? I'll get it. How are we looking?
Right.
It's pretty bright.
Is that okay, guys?
That's
okay.
It looks... I kind of hate it. No, we're not going to do that.
Probably are.
Yeah. Give me a second, guys.
Broken so soon.
Okay, it's like kind of better. Now we're just kind of red. Do that. Alright, guys. I'm so glad you're here. So glad. The moment I met you, you stirred my soul. We are shifting? Yeah, we just shifted a little bit. Can I go back inside? You're creeping me out. No, wait. Just hear me out, please.
I just realized, by the way, this is the Kill All of Grant's character, right?
Yes. Booty, thank you for the 49 months. I appreciate it. Slay. Also, hi, Fabbles. It is wonderful to see you guys again. We are back in our temporary living quarters in upstate New York. So, yes. It is lovely. Yeah, we are so back. The internet's surprisingly stable, and we are back up to our usual tricks. We'll probably start Shadow Hearts this week. Yeah, 100 line into Shadow Hearts.
No, only 100.
Only 100 line. On a scale from 1 to back, you're back, thank you. Fenrich is winning CF. I mean, yeah, I don't think any of those people can stop him.
The player.
Uh-huh.
Is that right?
Well, yes. Who does he play? Blaze Blue.
Oh.
Jin. And he's like the god of Jin from Japan. You're not about to try to tell me about the word of God, are you? Oh, she's treating us like we're a Jehovah's Witness.
I mean, we did knock on her door.
Yeah. Grant likes 100 line even though we lost Carrara, I know.
This is my voice a little.
Can I try one of these biscotti?
No! No, stop!
No! I explained everything that had just happened. I didn't leave out a single detail. I told her how they called me the Grim Reaper, and how no one would team up with me. So, your already very low popularity has now hit rock bottom then. It hurts when you lay it out like that, but in a nutshell, yes. At any rate, I'll have to do the invader hunt all alone.
So soon.
I'm begging you, Hiroko. There's no one else I can trust. Oh yeah, this week, by the way, guys, there's gonna be another Hiroko command. It's the show me your insides. Please, team up with me. I lowered my head and pleaded sincerely.
Okay, if Hiroko teams up with us and we get free time, we're only upgrading Taki for this route.
I don't think we're getting free time.
Don't say that, we have 10 days.
I believe that if anyone would lend me a hand to pull me out of my predicament, it would be Hiroko, but I'm afraid I must disappoint you.
Fuck you, Hiroko.
My hope is crushed. Is there anything I can do to change your mind? If you team up with me, I'll work myself to the bone for you. I promise I'll be useful to you. It's simply not possible. I will not be teaming up with you for this game. Do you think I'm the Grim Reaper too? Please, I don't believe in that kind of superstitious nonsense. I simply have my own situation to deal with. Besides, I already have a partner. Is it Darmy?
Oh, I bet it's, blue-haired guy.
Oh, Yugamu hasn't been around. I forgot about that.
I bet they're dating.
You do? Just then.
Oh my god.
Get lost! Attack me! It's just Hiroko. It's all fine. Grrr.
Was Yugamu present when the sponsor showed up? Okay.
Yeah.
Darmy?
Woof, woof.
Oh.
Stupid puppy. I told you not to come out. Go back to your doghouse like a good girl.
Don't be mad at me, Mrs. Hiroko.
What is happening? What's going on? Why is Darmy barking? Oops, Scotty. Oh, you want some fruit? This is what is known as a Dami Mommy.
I don't want to hear this, guys.
What's going on? Why is Darmy barking?
Oh.
You know how this one's been an overexcited nuisance since the killing game was announced, right? So I turned her into my dog. I don't understand in the slightest. Basically, I used strength to make her submit, and it broke her a little. Come to think of it, Darmy had been unusually quiet during the announcement of the rules. I guess she was already a dog at that point.
Oh. So soon.
I have a responsibility to her as her owner, so I'll be playing the game with her.
Go away. No boys allowed in the Yuri zone.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She's all mine.
Okay, so Darmy's a lesbian, got it. I instinctively fled after being ferociously barked at by Darmy. Guess I'm on my own then. This is a Kodaka route for sure, right? I felt strangely refreshed after being so cleanly rejected. Fine, I'll play by myself. I'll hunt down the invaders on my own and survive all on my own too. A lesbian into puppy play, yeah. Hi, Bubble One. Now she's over there. Wouldn't you be lesbian for Hiriko if you were a woman? Yeah. Half sulking, I headed to the entrance hall. That is actually shocking.
Pardonnez-moi.
There was someone unexpected waiting for me when I arrived at the entrance hall.
How pitiful that you must go all alone. We're going to hunt or be hunted.
Huh? Were you waiting here so you could laugh at me?
No, I merely came to give you some information. I failed to mention it earlier, but I've added more fire extinguishers. Now you may go outside at any time. You should all hunt whenever it pleases you.
They're pretty prepared. How long would they have been planning this?
Now then, go out there and hunt. Struggle for my amusement.
How do you upgrade the talking a lot?
Yeah, otherwise this route would be hard. It's dangerous to stray too far from the school. I should try to find invaders as close by as possible. I'm pretty sure a decent number of invaders were wandering around the city to the south. Oh, she might have to go out. I'll head over there today. Oh god. Just as I thought, there were a large number of invaders inhabiting the nearby city. They roamed around the ruins like zombies with no will of their own. They were all just basic cannon fodder. I could defeat them on my own. I sensed a presence and glanced up in the air to see one of the sponsor's bees were tailing me. It must be here to count my points. Okay, here goes. I stifled my breath and slowly crept up on one of the invaders. It's wild how these things are just in a destroyed city like this, yeah. Time to attack with everything I've got! I wanted to attack, but my legs froze. I couldn't move. Am I scared? I'd fought on my own plenty of times before, but there was a difference between choosing to go it alone and having no alternative. I was going to have to fight alone forever. I was scared of confronting that truth. But I can't just cower in fear forever, can I? I took a deep breath and steeled myself. Ha! This time, I leapt out in front of the invader. Okay, time for a battle, I guess. Also, I don't know if I said so earlier, but hi, Bubble Wand. We are so back. It feels so good to be back, too. Thank goodness we upgraded Takumi.
My turn. Time to use it. Say when. There. Got it. Here we go.
Okay.
Say when.
Air bladed up.
There. All right. Let's do this.
I could. Yeah, impact slash will kill. Let's
Ready
use an
when you
agility potion.
This should do it.
Yeah, we're fighting everything all on our own.
Take that. My turn.
Shoutouts to Airblade.
Take this. Got it. Here we go. All right.
Everyone just hates him, yeah. That is the truth.
Ready when you are.
So wait, here's the funny thing. If I do this, none of the others can touch me.
Let's do this.
Wait, this is wave 1 out of 3.
Here we go.
That's actually insane. See, I'd get it if you made a more obvious hate choice like the one I made. Oh.
Ready when you are.
Yeah. Definitely, Lisa.
Good to go.
These guys can't reach me, so... Come closer so I can kill you, please. Yeah, I feel that... I feel that way as well, Kuroi. He's our carry, so it doesn't matter. Need that double voltage more than ever. Oh, he's tired. I was already exhausted, even though I only killed off a few minions. I can't come back if I die out here. The lingering fear of death weighed heavily on my mind and body. Yeah, it's interesting that there's an entirely new character that never showed up during the prologue that just appears during this. But I couldn't afford to rest. I had to do whatever it took to get more points. Not to mention... Holy fuck. Invaders drawn by the sound of fighting were showing up one after another, and they were beginning to surround me. I prepared to face the next battle with scarcely any time to breathe in between. The game is still surprising. Huh? Well, we got attacked and there was one wave. Now we're at another wave.
Let's do this.
I think I'm gonna attack boost.
Gotta push it. Good to go.
Honestly, if they're gonna force us to fight like a ton of enemies with anyone, thank God it's Takumi.
That's it. Let's go.
I was kind of hoping that we could do a longer stream than just a few hours, but Is it something that we could play tomorrow?
Got it.
Yeah, I'd probably prefer.
Ready when you are.
Everybody has tomorrow off, so.
My turn. Time to use it. Say when.
There we go. Airblade is so fucking blessed.
Good to go.
Need to upgrade it.
We need to upgrade it, I agree.
All right.
Tsubasa solo also would be
Ready
funny.
when you are. There. My turn.
I think we're just gonna link onto that.
I think so.
Let's do this. Ha!
They still haven't damaged me. Oh, here.
Let's go.
Okay, so Airblade.
Yeah. My turn. Let's go.
We have so much voltage. Oh. Okay, well. Y'all are about to die. I have super. We're getting so many of these CGs. No matter how many I kill, more just keep cropping up. Invaders kept streaming in until I was completely surrounded. They were just mooks, but there were too many of them. My stamina was at its limit.
I wish I wasn't alone.
I needed to toughen up, but just telling myself that wasn't doing anything. For the first time, I truly felt how alone I was. At this rate, I'll die without anyone ever knowing. Just then.
I'll help you out, Takumi.
Yugamu? I heard a voice and turned around. Standing there was...
Yugamu!
Of course. Showing up uninvited, but sorely needed. It's everybody's beloved Yugamu Omokage.
What are you doing here? Were you trying to score some kills out here too?
We can talk later. Let's take care of these things first.
Is this a Yugamu route? I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's I think
Yugamu definitely seems like he's bisexual, so I would say that that's a possibility. He reminds me of you.
Yeah.
You were asking for that one. Oh, here. Go on here. There was something creepy about how he put it, but I was grateful for him in the moment. Did Grant say ew? Why, yes. Our breaths synced up, and we began to clean up the swarm of invaders. Now see, everybody likes Yugamu in chat. Alright, well...
You just tell us.
Here we go!
Alright, we'll just clear left side here. Oh, never mind.
One last strike!
You also like Yugamu? One last strike!
Take care of the rest.
Let's get to the killing.
You use your next turn. Might want to attack her.
Yeah, I should have impact stabbed first. Oh, well...
I'm good to go. Time for me to move. I'll just put this here. I'm good to go. Let's get to the killing. Does this do it for you? You make a lovely corpse.
I'm
good to go.
He's at 3+1 because we use an attack potion. It's stacked with a voltage boost, right?
Let's get to the killing. You've got me all excited.
Okay. So we can pretty much just like...
Time for me to move. This'll do. I can't wait.
Yeah, we can do 4 with this now.
Stinks, doesn't it? Let's get to the killing. I'll
We
just
got
put this here. Time for me to move.
Yeah, Yugamu deserves to be upgraded for not being a dick.
Experiment time. I can't wait. Let's get to the killing. Time for me to move. Stinks, doesn't it? I'm good to go. This hurts. I can't wait. Stinks, doesn't
Wait, so does Nozomi hate us? No, she doesn't, but she's still not, like, siding with us, so... yeah. Okay, Yugamu did some good shit there. Oh great, more points for that free time that we're never gonna fucking get. Great, we're going to go insane with 35,000 BP.
Well, Yugamu's gotta get some.
Yeah. Yugamu's legitimately a good character too.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Is that all of them? Seems so. I don't sense any trace of them. Well fought, Takumi. You were in quite a predicament considering it's the first day. Do we know what happened to his eye? I think he was experimented on.
Yeah, that's why his arms are stretchy.
Yeah, he has stretchy arms too. That's not a weapon, that's literally his arm. Nozomi and Takemaru didn't want to ditch Takumi, but they rolled with the group vote. Yeah, true. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked to see how they just kept coming. I was almost killed by a bunch of weaklings. Not true. Fighting...
Not easily.
Yes. Fighting truly isn't something to be done alone. Right. I didn't get to properly thank you. You saved me, Yugamu. Thank you. If you hadn't run into me here, I might have been the first to be eliminated from the invader hunt. Oh, no need to thank me. It wasn't by coincidence that we met up here. It wasn't? Yes, I've been following you all morning. You had no idea, did you? Tailing people is one of my specialties. Was he just joking to play off his embarrassment? No, that doesn't seem like what's going on here. He was really following me. Then it makes sense why he showed up at the perfect time to save me. But why? What was the point of following me? Oh, for the love of murder. Don't be so wary of me, Takumi. I'm not going to eat you, alright? Although you look plenty delicious to me. How could I not be wary of an assassin? Yugamu Omokage, the descendant of a family of assassins. I'll come right out and ask, why were you following me? I was figuring out my timing. I wanted to gallantly come to your rescue if you found yourself in trouble. Then I'd be able to show you how useful I am. Call it a courtship display. Why is everything you say so creepy? Oh, hey, Monokuma, welcome back. Yeah, we moved into our new place, so we're finally up and streaming again.
What's up, Monokuma?
Well, that's the long and short of it. He muttered as he held out his right hand to me.
Takumi, would you team
Okay,
up
you
with
know
me?
what? I'll go with the gay route. It's fine.
Yeah! He's offering to form a team.
I hope this is a choice, and then you get to say no.
It was all I ever wanted in my isolation, but why do you want to team up with someone everyone hates? Wouldn't you rather be with Nozomi and Kyoshika or the others? I don't do well in groups. Honestly, I'd rather enjoy my kills alone, but going in alone is too risky. So I thought buddying up with the odd man out would be just the thing. Is that really the only reason? It made sense, but it's hard to decipher his true intentions. I was sure he was planning something, given that he went out of his way to ask me after I'd been ostracized, but if I turned down his offer, I'd have to hunt alone forever. Well, do you want to join me or not? What do I do? Should I team up with Yugamu? Wow, it actually is a decision? I don't think it makes sense in this route to say no, so we're definitely saying yes.
Why is this a choice?
Gay. See that, guys? This is why you trust Pengy-chan. I got us on the gay route literally immediately.
First try.
First try. You can only be gay if you murder Ato. You heard it here. I wonder why this is a choice. Because you can choose to die. I think that this is now the third time the game has asked me if I want to die. And I'm going to say no to that, and by saying
I'm
yes.
actually shocked this is a choice.
Me too.
I'm surprised that Branch is here.
Well, because there was another time where we're like, this is totally going to be a choice, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, what was that choice?
Well,
letting her live.
Letting Eva live, yeah. And also, I thought that the game would actually let us choose between the two groups that they had made. She's just walked up.
Still there.
Yeah. And we just talk to her sometimes. Shame you couldn't get us on the gay route in Persona 5. Okay, how dare you? I did, yes. You can choose to not date any of the girls that the game tries shoving down your throat and spend Valentine's Day with Ryuji, and that's what I always do. And no one else say anything!
Did you actually do that?
Yes. What about our wedding? No, shut up, Lisa! Darmy route and gay route all in one. The game is just handing the penguins. I know! Well, you're stuck with me for a while then. I shook Yugamu's hand. Whether he could be trusted was beside the point. I simply couldn't carry on like this all by myself for much longer. For now, I would team up with Yugamu. I'm glad to see our hearts are in tune with each other, partner. Yeah. Wanna try for the best couple award while we're at it?
Yes!
Don't think they're giving out awards here. Also, you and I are not a couple. While Yugamu and I were trading quips, we heard it. What the? There was an ear-splitting sound and the earth shook, but it wasn't an earthquake. It felt more like... I sensed a torrential gush of overwhelming energy. Somebody with incredible power is present nearby.
Yeah.
Don't tell me commanders are joining the hunt. That would be bad news. Just 2 of us wouldn't be enough to deal with a commander. A little bit of reconnaissance would go a long way right now. Tiptoe after me as quietly as you can manage, Takumi. Right. We cautiously made our way toward the source of the sound, hiding behind pieces of rubble along the way, and then...
This route better end with us.
Hey! You saw that, Mistress Hiriko? My 18th invader kill!
They could be a lesbian couple, we get to be a gay couple.
That's literally, we're having a gay couple battle. Also, does Darmy usually have that thing on her head?
Also, Darmy, this
You've been treating them.
Other than the very first battle. Also, look at that! That is surprisingly, like, gory and graphic for these things. Show me your insides!
The bloodiest brand of carnage only I can dish out. What else?
She's so great.
Now save your breath for tearing them from limb to limb. Let those entrails fly. Let the bloodworks explode far and wide.
She's really freaky and I love her so much. Yeah, she's iconic.
Oh, my Mistress Hiriko! Nobody goes wild as beautifully as you!
Wait, fail! Look at their high heels. They're your favorite. The spiked high heels.
Oh no. Your rampaging form electrifies me! You're everything I long to become!
Very stiletto. They really are lesbians. Yeah, it's confirmed.
Yeah.
Those two are enjoying this way too much. They aren't hunting anymore. They're just straight up massacring every invader they see. It kills me to say this, but I'm afraid we must cede the best couple award to them. Something feels off, though. Hiriko's always been strong, but when did Darumi get so powerful? She hadn't joined any defensive battles before this and should be woefully unfamiliar with combat. You're right, babe. The euphoria of finally being able to take part in a killing game has likely unlocked the latent potential in her hemo anima, making it bloom. Does that mean we get an upgraded Darumi? That's an unconventional way to unlock latent potential. Why the gripe? Potential is logic defying by definition. Also, we should totally call it a day and head back now. They've likely already murdered all the invaders in this area anyway. Yeah, we've earned enough points today. Let's go back and rest up for tomorrow. We made our way back and decided to drop by the leisure lounge before returning to our dorms. So,
Nutmeg also knows dig.
yes, dig is, I think, Nutmeg's primary attack. She's digging on our couch.
Here go Darmy, Yugami. Oh, so for third.
Moko, Takemaru, Kyoshika.
Taco and you bottom.
Oh, babe, Kurara's in last. We checked the leaderboard.
Unsurprisingly, those two are in the top spots. I expect they'll be staying ahead of the pack for a long time to come. I'm in third place? Honestly, I thought I'd be much lower than that. Well, I did take out quite a number of invaders today. And I'm in fourth. If we keep this up, we won't fall to the bottom of the rankings in the first round, at least.
The first round of this game will last until day 35. Whoever finishes last in each round will be executed. I decided I wouldn't keep tabs on where the others were placed. Why? Ensuring my own survival was more important, and besides...
You're cursed! Do us all a favor and get out of here!
First, right?
Isn't Shoma just screwed? Yeah, that's what Grant just said.
You're more than cursed. You're the Grim Reaper.
The blood of Lady Kurara is on
Shoma's
your hands.
my voice. I shouldn't be letting the people ostracizing me live rent-free in my head anyway. Tsubasa only being 9th. This is an active this is active horse emblem sabotage, yeah. She doesn't like fighting. What a day. The constant fighting and stress of possible death had strained my mind and body to their limits. I wanted to rest early to recover from the fatigue, but...
Hey!
Here to explain what you're doing in my room? It's just something buddies do, right? That's what we are. Buddies. Partners. Bosom
Can they just
chums.
fuck already?
It goes without saying we need to be joined at the hip. Join your own hips and get out of here? Come on, bud, humor me. Pretend we're brainstorming strategies for the rest of the hunt. How about that? Granted, it's been one day. This game's more of a marathon than a sprint, so we gotta come up with a long-term plan.
Oh.
I like Lisa's answer better than Nano's answer.
Playing it by ear and the whole time's bound to lead us to quick and easy deaths. Makes a very good point. Can't you at least make it clear whether you want to be disgusting or discreet? Who would I be if I didn't dabble in a little bit of both? Call me a double dipper if that's what turns you on. Oh, God, he is really...
Hey!
He's friends with you because he thinks you're a cold-blooded murderer? In your dreams. After that, we spent several hours discussing strategies for surviving the killing game in the days to come.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can.
Oh, let me make a save, by the way, guys. I wanted to save before a new day.
There has to be a route where Saray doesn't die, right?
Probably the golden route.
Well then, good night.
This way I can record a Saray command sometime this week.
Ah.
Bedtime already. Time flies when you're having so much fun. If you don't mind, Takumi, we can continue the rest of this conversation in bed. Of course I mind. It's about time you went to your own room. Oh, Takumi, throwing me out after our exciting intercourse without any pillow talk at all? How cold is your heart? Yeah.
Hey!
Stone cold. Out now. After chasing Yugamu out of my room, I crawled into bed and closed my eyes. I had to grab every second of sleep I could to let my tired body recover, but... Ugh. Their words from this morning reverberated through my mind, preventing me from slipping into a restful slumber. How did it turn out like this? I came back in time to lead everyone toward... I came back in time to lead everyone toward a brighter future. So why am I being so despised?
Lost more people in this crowd than right? Or even right now. Lost me.
Saray. Oh yeah, so the original route we lost.
And Eita, so never mind. We're still doing better than the
Saray, Nozomi, Moko, Ima. Hiruko. So 6. This route we're down Saray, Gaku, Ferrara. Oh, Nigo in both routes, I guess. I'm pretty sure Nigo's dead in this route anyways.
Yes.
What I wouldn't give to return to those happy days. I feel like he doesn't care about Nozomi in this route, which is really weird. I guess he has bigger problems. Let today's hunt begin. I trust you're ready, Takumi?
Oh, fucking free time.
Yeah, ready when you are. On day 2 of the invader hunt, we went out to explore the city again. To earn points by hunting down any invaders we find. Found some right off the bat. Check out that swarm of invaders at 2 o'clock. I turned in the direction Yugamu mentioned and found the invaders lurking behind a ruined building like he said. I don't think they've noticed us yet. Let's get closer and catch them by surprise. Put on your pussy boots and slink behind me, Takumi. Sure. Yugamu had clearly adapted well to the rhythm of the game. He knew how to take quick and decisive action to earn points for our continued survival. I, on the other hand, my feelings had yet to catch up with the strange situation of me participating in a killing game with him as my teammate. What was I doing? Why did Yugamu propose a partnership in the first place? Was my life even worth living if I had to kick someone else down to do it? There was so many things on my mind, but... Come on, Takumi, time to sound the death knell for them. I didn't have the luxury of time to think them through. Fighting to survive was the only thing I could afford to do now. Alright, Grant's in.
Make sure it's done, Beam.
I'm guessing Nozomi is going to be mostly absent in most routes, so you don't get our info. Yeah. I'm hoping that routes do have focused characters that you can get info from. Like this is if this is like the Yugamu route, that's cool.
Let's get to the killing.
2 games, by the way.
Time for me to move. Stings, doesn't it?
Did he come back for Nozomi? He did, yeah. However... He came back for Nozomi, but yeah, now he's dipping into the
all right.
The unknown.
Let's get to the killing
with Yugamu.
This may hurt.
He came back for Nozomi and stayed for Yugamu. My goodness. I mean, honestly, yeah.
Let's get to the killing. I'm exhausted.
Movement debuff.
I can't wait.
Not that it matters.
Let's get to the killing.
Oh, perfect.
Let's go. I'm good to go. Let's get to the killing. This'll do.
You fool! Oh, and he's stunned, so you'll get a damage boost on Yuga.
I can't wait.
Roots of Death changed how I feel about some characters for sure. Yeah, it is funny that, like, out of all the characters, my initial decisions are sending us down what appears to be the Yugamu route.
Let's get to the kill.
Just because I'm pretty neutral towards Yugamu. I think it's cool that he, like, acted like a doctor towards the end of the prologue route. Or, like, a mad scientist.
Ima, who we love.
He saved Ima and gave us a better version of Ima, actually.
Did we get them all?
It's too early to be celebrating. More enemies are waiting in the wings. Invaders approaching at 3 o'clock. Oh. They just keep coming. I prepared for the next battle with scarcely any time to breathe in between. One final strike!
One last strike!
Last strike.
I like how we get our Bankai in every other route.
Yeah.
Also kind of broken.
The way that the strongest character just gets stronger. I didn't know the MC of this game was like failing.
This hurts. Such I can't
You
wait.
love the one-liners for the ults. Yeah. It's giving Epic 7 a little bit.
Let's get to the killing. Time for me to move. I'll just put this here. I can't wait.
Uh-oh.
How about this? Let's get to the killing.
Lisa.
I'm good to go.
You're on wave 2 attitude.
Time for me to move. Does this do it for you? I'm good to go. Let's get to the killing. This hurts.
Well, you got move solo. You love to see it. Thank you, Grant. How is Fire Emblem Last Defense Academy going? Oh, it's going great, Kizuan. Happy Sunday.
Farm BP out.
But never spend it.
Yeah, apparently we're just... Yeah, this route is a bit horny. Because we're with him. Fighting outside is tiring. My body resists me whenever I think about how death is permanent out here. You need to relax, Takumi. At this rate, you'll kill yourself first before the enemy has a chance. I don't get it. How are you so calm? You're not even perspiring. I don't... I wouldn't be much of a professional assassin if I let every other spot of good murdering get me down now, would I? Hey, what's your secret? How do I kill the enemies efficiently while conserving as much stamina as possible? The secret is your heart. That is to say, your frame of mind. Get it in your head that the act of killing is nothing special at all. Nothing more than mundane work. Mundane work? Like hitting a nail with a hammer. Like turning a screw with a screwdriver. Just dull, repetitive work to be repeated without much thought or physical strength. So basically, I psych myself into believing it's nothing. Does that really work? Anything more concrete? Like a better way to move my body or something? Your body movements are virtually perfect, Takumi. There is nothing to critique. So what's left is your mentality, right? Just give it a shot. You got nothing to lose. Pretend the act of killing's the most boring job in the world. Just dull, repetitive work. Despite my misgivings, I decided to try out Yugamu's suggestion. I crept up to an invader that happened to be meandering about nearby and launched a surprise attack. Without entertaining the fear that threatened to well up from within, I quietly lifted up my sword. and brought it down nonchalantly. This was just work, something that had to be done. No need to think too much about it. I went after the next enemy as I repeated those thoughts to myself. Detach yourself. It's just work. Detach yourself. It's just work. Incredible performance, Takumi. It's like you've become another person. Yes, you have an aptitude for killing. I sensed it the moment I laid eyes on you. An aptitude for killing me? I think you need to get your eyes checked. It might sound strange coming from me, but I wasn't good at such things at all. I tend to miss the obvious and my reflexes were average at best. I don't have an aptitude for anything. Gifts show up in many different ways. Sometimes they manifest later in life. Later in life? You'll understand one day. I wasn't happy to be left hanging like that, but I knew he would just be evasive if I tried to press the matter, so I didn't. Anyway, we should focus on the hunt for now. Now that I seem to be getting my mind under control, I wanted to get used to the hunting at one go as well. Let's go look for the next group of enemies. I feel like I can take down another 15 before calling it a day. Nah, I think we should call it a day now. You've earned enough points. I was just getting the hang of it. And that's when it gets dangerous. Everything in moderation, including assassinations. Besides, if we keep hunting, we'll run into them sooner or later. You okay with that? Them? Just as I was wondering who Yugamo could be talking about. Takimaru.
Over here, there'll be a starting point for the hunt today. Don't fall behind, losers.
I heard a familiar voice coming from somewhere nearby. I quietly made my way through the voice and peered out from behind some rubble. I feel like I'm starting to use my hemo anima better. Not even a commander can stop me now. I think.
Confidence is the name of the game, sister dearest. You and I both know nothing can stand in the way of newly awakened powers and its strengthened bonds. Don't start getting carried away, you two. Thinking you're invincible because you learned a thing or two is the best way to die on the battlefield. You little chicks gonna stay behind my big, strong opinions for now. I ain't gonna let any of you die on my watch. I'm gonna protect y'all with my life in the name of Takamaru Yakashiji.
Oh, there you go. They're hunting here too? Takemaru, Ima, and Kako weren't the only ones. I could see Tsubasa, Nozomi, and the others in the distance as well.
Why does fighting invaders outside the academy sound so much more graphic? It's like I'm really killing something alive and all that blood, so much blood. The feel of the invaders I just took down still lingers on my hands.
Tsubasa, are you okay? I can give you a back rub if it makes you feel better.
Okay.
So everybody's just gay in this route. I get it.
I think the big one's coming. Why didn't I bring a barf bag? Any barf bag was with me? Lady Tsubasa is about to start puking like a fountain in a fancy park. Is there something we can give her in place of a barf bag? Alas, necessity knows no decorum. Lady Tsubasa, heave it to my sheets bag if you must.
Are you sure, Kyoshika? Isn't that the Holy Jumanji Sword's pajamas?
The Holy Jumanji Sword is a party animal with a soft spot for the ladies. She'll understand.
Okay, the sword is also gay. This is just the gay route.
Now come, Lady Tsubasa, let it all out and don't hold anything back.
It's something in the water.
I'll be fine. I'll push everything down with sheer willpower. The rolling stopped. Sorry guys, I haven't been feeling well since this morning.
Yeah, we knew the sword was like this. That's true.
You don't have to bite me. Go on, get more points for yourselves.
We're not supposed to mention that, Tsubasa. Looking out for another's what teammates do. No wrestler worth their salt abandons their tag partners to get ahead in the match.
Loyalty above self. None shall be left behind. It is the way of the warrior.
Takemaru was desperately trying to protect Ima and Kako, who weren't used to fighting. Nozomi...
Shoma not fighting?
Yeah, Shoma wasn't there. Nozomi and the others refused to abandon Tsubasa, even though she was holding them back. They were watching out for each other like true friends. I used to enjoy that sort of relationship with them, too. I could feel my strength rapidly leaving my body. That's right. I've been alienated. What I just saw only served to cement that fact. All those kind and comforting words would never be for me. You look like you're in a lot more pain than when you were fighting the enemies. That confirms it. Your fatal flaws, that fragile mind of yours. I left the place quietly and made my way back to school, taking care not to be seen by the others, taking back with me nothing but an armful of distressing thoughts and feelings. I got back to my room earlier than usual, but wasn't in the mood to do anything, except lie upright on bed and stare long and hard at the ceiling.
Come on, give us free time.
Yeah, it definitely seems like this is the Takumi just becomes a cold-hearted, like, murderer route.
That'd be a few.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
I suddenly realized it was already night. I knew I should be resting, but bad memories kept surfacing in my mind and pulling me back to wakefulness.
Time!
I think we're not getting free time because we literally can't hang out with the other characters. They hate us. So if you have bad relationships with the rest of the cast, you probably don't get free time. There might not be any free time on this entire route if you kill Eito. Like I'm being punished just for being alive. The pain of being despised was more excruciating than anything the killing game or defensive battles could inflict upon me. In the first 100 days, it wasn't a happy ending by any means, but at least everyone was my friend. We had a barbecue that we got drugged at. We set up festival booths. That was a ploy. We got testy with each other sometimes, but we always made up in the end. Our bonds became unbreakable. How'd I repair our friendship? How? As I was agonizing over this matter... Yep, here he comes. Is that Yugamu? Maybe he wanted to discuss our strategy for tomorrow's hunt. Although I honestly wasn't in the mood to talk, it wasn't like I could simply drive away the only friend I had right now. So I got up slowly and ambled to the door. When I opened it, I saw... Hiroko! Good. I was just about to kick the door down. What are you doing here? Or rather, are you sure you want to be seen here? I'm jinxed. Nothing good will come out of any association with me. Well, aren't you wallowing in self-pity today? Finally lost your mind after falling out of favor with everyone else? Including you, right? You think so? Yeah, I do. You didn't want to team up with me like all the others. I went through hell and back after you left me in the lurch. Those invaders chased after me and surrounded me. I had no way out. They almost killed me. That wouldn't have happened if you hadn't turned me down. It wasn't Hiroko's fault that I'd been almost killed. I knew it in my head and my heart refused to stop those angry words from spilling out of my mouth. Hiroko said nothing in response to my irrational accusation at first. You're right, I could have handled that better yesterday. You were already crushed by everyone's unkind words and deeds. I should have been more considerate. So here's a token of reconciliation from me to you. She took out a box that she had been holding under her arm and handed it to me. Token of reconciliation? Open it. I think you'll like what you see. I took the box and gingerly lifted the cover. Inside was... Oh. It was the dead body of a gigantic bee. Is this some kind of sick joke? No, wait, this bee. So wait, did she team up with Darumi because she thought Darumi could kill the bees? If that is what's going on, that makes me love Hiroko even more. Isn't this one of the sponsor's bees? You killed it? I did. I took advantage of the chaos after Karara was killed to secure one. As a research sample. What sort of research? You can't be this stupid. Research that will help us kill the sponsor and put an end to this travesty of a game. I was dumbfounded by how nonchalantly Hiroko talked about killing the sponsor. The sponsor's invincible. We can't kill them the way we are right now.
Oh.
We can, as long as we find a way to deal with the 2 weapons they wield. 2 weapons?
Oh.
The B is the first. The other is that suit they're wearing. Spacesuit thing? Yes, I believe the suit is the source of their invincible power. She was right. We attacked the fellow with all of our might, but didn't manage to even scratch the suit. The outfit clearly had some special powers attached to it. How confident are you of finding something?
Oh.
My research on the suit is already in progress, and I expect to discover its weakness in the very near future. Really? However, I'm too deeply involved in researching the suit to spare time for anything else. I've not done anything about that bee or the identity of the sponsor yet. And you're bringing me on board to deal with the lack of manpower. Something like that. So, are you willing to join me in my quest to bring down the sponsor? That's actually great because Yugamu is apparently some kind of science whiz and could probably study the bee's anatomy or something. If that were truly possible, I'd be more than happy to give her as much help as she needed. But there were some things that were bothering me. If you wanted my help, why did you turn me down yesterday when I asked to team up? Then you wouldn't have had to come over again today to do this. Where are your brains? Try to remember what my exact words were. I will not be teaming up with you for this game. Surely you understood the implication that I would be teaming up with you outside of the game instead. If this is the Yugamu route, is Grant gonna have to talk at all? I mean, I was kind of thinking that. I'm like, I feel like
great.
I'm like 90% right now.
It's fine, it happens.
Oh, sorry. I guess I couldn't see past that big bush you were beating around. You've been nothing but dismissive of me so far. When I was
take a break, guys. You won't see me for the rest.
When I was alienated, you didn't try to take my side. Now you know how it felt. Hey, I always had the MC. Always. Yes, I do think I could have handled that better, but can you blame me? I was still trying to figure out if I could trust the person you are right now. The person I am right now? It sounded like there was a deeper meaning to her statement, but I decided this wasn't the time or place to pursue it. Yeah, I feel like out of all the characters, Hiroko is the most perceptive, and she, out of all of them, didn't know whether trusting Takumi was... Like, she actually evaluated Takumi's decision on a level that the other characters didn't, where they just immediately distrust. She was, like, trying to weigh why he did it, and is now saying that I guess that she trusts the way we're handling the situation. I'm sorry, they immediately what? Distrusted.
I don't like my
Hiroko is actually smart, unlike... Yeah. Once again? What, distrust? Why are you... Vale, what is this? Oh wait, what was it? It sounded like there was a... Oh yeah. The Takumi Sumino that I know is essentially a good person. He cherishes his friends, has a strong sense of justice, and possesses good leadership qualities. Someone worthy of trust. However, you killed Eito on the night of day 2. A would-be traitor who had yet to do anything out of line. Not true. That created some doubts in me, yes, as it did the rest. Distrust, you might even say. I had to wonder if the Takumi I'm seeing right now is the Takumi I know. That is why I've been assessing you from a slight distance. To see whether you, the person you are right now, can be trusted. It was starting to make sense now, like she wanted to come with me to Second to Last Defense Academy when I went there. She wanted to use the opportunity to ascertain my humanity.
What did she mean by she knows us? Takumi, I know. She only knew us for a day at that point.
I think she's considering the possibility that Takumi could go back in time at any time. So she's like, the way you're acting right now is this. And that falls in line with what I've seen so far. But I think she's considering the possibility that, like, we could literally have time traveled back and be a different, like, have gone through different experiences and act differently.
She didn't know us before. I don't understand it.
Right, she didn't have to know us before. She's just saying, based on my observations of you right now, you acted this way on day 2, and you've been acting this way, so are you worthy of trust? And it seems like her evaluation is yes. I couldn't find a definitive answer to my question until that day when the game sponsor appeared and fatally wounded Kurara. You were the first to attack the unknown enemy in order to save her, with no care about what might happen to yourself. You were like a ray of light back then, and that's when I was convinced.
You are the Takumi I know. The same kind-hearted Takumi Sumino, with the most disheveled and generic mind, who always puts his friends above himself.
So wait, now she's acting like she does know another version of us.
That's what I said. I was very confused. Why does she know us?
Wait, no, don't cry. Ask questions. My tears threatened to spill over despite myself. She's death flagging. I was worried about that too.
Don't say that!
To think there was someone who still had so much faith in me after being called the Grim Reaper by everyone else. Sorry, Hiriko, this is the gay route. Yeah, no girls allowed in my room after a nighttime announcement. There, I said it. Now, are you willing to work with me and bring down the sponsor? I'm not taking no for an answer. I wasn't as cold-hearted as to say no to someone who had just bared so much of their heart to me. However, you know I want nothing more than to do just that, but I'm already in a team with Yugamu. What should we do about him? Oh, hi, Jordan. She is totally encroaching on the gay route.
We can be a throuple. That's a very common in the gay world.
I guess. He's welcome to join us. Oh. His knowledge in biology will be very helpful in analyzing the body of that bee. How does she know that? Okay. Wait a minute, guys. Didn't Hiriko say that she's fought the commanders before us? Maybe she knows all of the people from their time in the residential complex. And that's also why she knows Takumi.
Alright, the girl's about to
What if Hiriko is also a time traveler and she's basically tapping into the... Jordan! Thank you for the 81 months. We're upstate in New York now. So, this will be our background for the next couple months. But anyways, it's lovely to see you. You may not want to go against the sponsor, though. When it comes to killing someone, he tends to err on the side of discretion and deliberation. That's where your leadership qualities come into play. Leader... what? You have just been appointed the leader of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance. Hang on a minute. Shouldn't the one who suggested the partnership in the first place be responsible for taking the lead in... sort of like real upstate. Honestly, we're not in like the sticks of upstate New York. We're just somewhere along the Connecticut state line. You know, I'm not the leader type. Barking orders is just not my kind of thing, although in the other route. Excuse me? You expect me to believe that after all that tyranny you displayed in the previous 100 days? I love Hiriko. Slayeth, I know. It's wonderful. I'll leave the convincing to you, leader. The Anti-Sponsor Alliance will turn this situation around. She's like, I literally can't be the leader because then that will be the final nail in my coffin. You just left Ohio? Wait, why were you there? Defeating the invincible sponsor of this game. It sounded impossible, but being told we could do this by Hiriko of all people, somehow it felt like we really could. Maybe the others would have a better opinion of me if I played a part in taking down the sponsor. maybe we could become friends again. I fell asleep clinging to that small ray of hope that had lightened up my heart.
Here goes.
I don't think so. I think that this route we actually work with Hiriko.
Normally save after.
No.
Interesting.
Online friends bachelor party? Ooh, have fun! That sounds amazing. Surely free time soon? No, literally. Ah, gotcha. When is the wedding? An alliance? Sure, sign me up. Yugamu agreed to join the anti-sponsor alliance so readily I almost felt disappointed. That's it? You're not gonna think about it a little more? We're going up against someone virtually invincible, you know? It's a risky gamble that may very well end in our own deaths. The same amount of risk we're facing if we continue playing this game, right? Already finished. The logistics was a fiasco. Wedding's in August. Oh, okay. We may not end up in last place during the first round, but what about the second? What about the third and fourth and so on? We'd be completely worn out by then. Would we be able to drive away any commanders who chose to launch an attack during that time? Either way, our strength will surely be sapped away. Exactly. None of the others have noticed yet, but we're standing at the crossroads of destiny right now. Either we break free of the situation either by defeating the sponsor or get slowly tortured to death as the game drags on. So you can imagine how grateful I am to Hiriko for taking the lead in revolting against the status quo. The thing is, his expression darkened. I have one major cause of concern with this alliance. What's that? Hiriko's current teammate, Darumi. She's made no secret how much she loves killing games. Hard to believe she'd be sympathetic to our quest to put an end to the game, you know what I mean? I'm sure Hiriko will find a clever way to hide it from her or something. She said as much last night. Killing the sponsor to end the game, she may get mad because she loves her killing game so much. I'm keeping it a secret from her. She's merely my in-game partner after all. I was never going to let her join the anti-sponsor alliance. Oh my goodness. Hi, Phil. I had to cancel my flights this morning because no Uber wanted to pick me up. $600 for Lyft? Wait, what? Oh, I'm mad for you. That is so terrible, Jordan.
My friends didn't take me to the airport because they wanted to go golfing. I could genuinely never imagine my friends ever doing that to me.
Right?
That's absurd.
But yes, welcome to our new, abode, Phil. Incomprehensible. Why even bother teaming up with her in the first place? I'm sure she has her reasons that she won't reveal even if we press. Ah yes, femme fatale. Thy name is Hiriko. Not that I approve of allies keeping secrets from each other. Speak for yourself. Point taken. We'll put Darumi on the back burner for now. So what exactly are we expected to do? Oh, wow, okay. So at least they hooked you up. Good question. Our top priority is to earn as many points as possible. The plan immediately falls apart if anyone in the Alliance gets executed in the first round. Stay in a rank that safeguards you from that outcome. I mean, Shoma's literally going to die.
Flashbooks.
Yeah. Understood. Safety first. Basically, focus on the hunt in the morning and anti-sponsor Alliance activities in the afternoon. Alright, see you, Jordan. Peace. Jordan's really sweet. He and my friend Steven, they came and visited me for my birthday last year. Your role in the Alliance is... I want the anatomy and abilities of this bee to be thoroughly analyzed. This will primarily be Yugamu's job, since he's so good at dissection. Somehow Shoma gonna get points and Kako dies, then this route is dead to me.
Yeah, you've done this route, right?
I don't think he has.
Oh.
Only Lisa has. Good? You mean fabulous. I'm dying to get my hands on those bee remains already. By the way, what's your role? Takumi, I want you to investigate the identity of the sponsor. Focus on whether they're an invader or not. How exactly am I gonna do that? Look up books in the library or something? Horses for courses and all that jazz, right? Best person to ask about invaders would be an invader herself. Oh. Oh! So Ava then. Another one of my characters. Yeah, Hiriko passed me the key to the cage in the courtyard and said she'll leave the interrogation to me. You think she'll be cooperative? She's a former commander we captured and imprisoned. I doubt she'll betray her companions so easily. I know, let me tag along. I'm quite the killer torturer, if I do say so myself. No, you stay far, far away from her and wipe that drool off your face. It wasn't easy for me to build some semblance of a friendly relationship with Eva, and I wasn't about to let this lunatic flush that down the proverbial toilet. Acknowledged. I'll follow Hiriko's general directions as instructed. What that means is going out there to earn some invader points right now. You ready, Takumi? Yeah! Ready when you are. We took our weapons and went around attacking the invaders loitering in the ruins. I applied Yugamu's advice from yesterday about treating the killings as mundane work. I don't think so. Great. Lifting up my sword quietly.
I love it when everything gets okay.
You're so not. And bringing it down nonchalantly. It's just work, I kept repeating to myself in my head. Detach yourself. It's just work. Detach yourself. It's just work. Okay, so there's still hope that this is a Hiriko route.
The gay route.
Primarily. No. That sponsor isn't one of us. When I asked Eva about the sponsor's identity, she flatly rejected the possibility of them being an invader. Absolutely impossible. I can stake my life on it. You must have solid proof to be so sure. The proof is in the strangeness of their abilities. If they were truly one of our ilk, they wouldn't be using blood-sucking bees to fight. What do you mean? Bees are taboo in your religion or something? Not the bee. The blood-sucking, true. The absorption of divine blood is strictly prohibited in our commandments. Divine blood, meaning the cryptoglobin running in our veins? Absorbing cryptoglobin was prohibited. That reminded me of something similar I heard during my previous 100 days.
Femo Animal or cryptoglobin, was it? Absorbing cryptoglobin is a taboo of the highest order. I miss
Saray Ema.
Yeah.
Which proved that the sponsor of this killing game couldn't have been an invader since they absorbed Kurara's cryptoglobin. First of all, if the host were one of us, why would they organize a game to hunt down their own kind? Yeah, good point. Is her armor broken or is it half boot armor? It's half boot armor. It didn't make any sense for an invader to urge the enemy to hunt down other invaders.
I like we just never gave her back.
Yeah, we forgot. What do you guys think? Do you think that the others' angers at Takumi is justified? No.
No. They're just upset.
I do get distrusting him, but like the fact that they were blaming him for the deaths of the other people that aren't Eito was like really crazy. However, this did complicate matters. If the sponsor was neither Special Defense Unit nor School Invader, did that mean there was an unknown third party? By the way, Takumi, if you don't mind me asking, it's just them telling you this is the bad route, no matter what. Yeah, it wasn't a direct cause, so it feels unjustified. Yeah, I think we're all in agreement here. Eva suddenly changed the subject. Remember that favor I asked about the other day? Did you bring it for me? Bring what? You know, my mask? You promised me you'd return it to me. Right. She did ask me for her mask. I do not trust her. Like, something is going to happen when we give it back to her.
Huh?
I don't like that they are ignoring a lot of what he told them about the future and that he knows them already. Yeah, they're acting dumb. The mask I was wearing on the battlefields. Right. The masks are really important to her. Or, the mask was really important to her. As much as I'd like to give it back to her right now. Sorry, Ava, I'm gonna have to go back on that promise. You'll have to bury your face for a while longer. Why? Why are you being so mean to me? She grabbed hold of the cage bars as she protested, tears welling up in her eyes. Exposing our plain faces is as embarrassing as walking around outside without clothing. Do you enjoy humiliating me so much? This is prisoner abuse. Wait, calm down. I'm not trying to be mean, it's just the timing's not right. What do you mean the timing's not right? The mask is a symbol of your identity as a commander, right? Wearing it will make everyone realize that you're also a target of the invader hunt. As a commander, Eva was most likely one of the targets of the game. Her death would likely result in a lot of points. If anyone realized that, she was bound to be murdered sooner or later.
Hey!
I can't give you back your mask in order to keep you safe, that's all. I can protect myself. I'm not known as a hero among my people for nothing. But you can't use any of your powers when you're inside prison. You'll be like a sitting duck. But... Look, you just have to accept it. I'm not about to sit around and watch you get killed. You're not getting your mask back no matter what. Eva looked entirely unconvinced, and it seemed like she was about to protest again. But this is awful. She sighed deeply in what sounded like resignation to me. Hey, cheer up. Once the game is over, you can have your mask back, okay? A maskless life isn't that bad once in a while, see? No risking heat damage to your face. I'm very sorry. She ignored my encouragements and apologies in favor of glaring at me through half-lidded eyes.
You're so useless. Can't even fetch a simple mask for me?
I thought I'd been imagining things. Did she just whisper something really out of character for her? Ava? Sorry, can you repeat that again? Did I hear you calling me useless? Do you have a problem with me speaking the truth now? I can go on, you know.
Takumi's a gibbering idiot, the enemy of all maidenkind, downright pervert. I'll sue you for prisoner abuse one day.
Eva had done a complete about face. What could have transformed that sweet, docile lady from just now into this sharp-tongued witch? I'm guessing these are your true colors, huh? Yes, I'm done playing nice. I know I won't be getting anything out of you. This is the pits of the pits. After all that hard work, I didn't even get to see a glimpse of my mask. Why don't you just give it back already? The shock of not being able to get her mask back made Ava burst into tears. She was putting on an act all this time. I was astonished by the fact and annoyed by her hurtful accusations, but... What am I supposed to do now? Couldn't muster up the anger to chide her as she wept sadly. She was likely mentally strained from the stress of being held in the middle of an empty enemy stronghold. No wonder everyone hates me. Lisa gave her back the mask. I quietly left the courtyard so as to not agitate Ava any further. I'm sure that she'll just wind up dead at some point. After that, I returned to my room and organized the information I'd gotten out of Eva in a notebook. And then, once night fell... Let's do a challenge. When is the last time Grant read a line?
Oh my god.
Like, it's been like 45 minutes, I feel.
Hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can.
It's funny,
Well then.
really.
Exactly.
Good night.
Lisa, can you just tell me right now, do we get free time in this route?
No, don't tell us.
Lisa, just tell me.
I'm gonna say we're not, though. I have a feeling.
Lisa, you have permission from Pengy and me to say it.
Lisa, I would not forget this. The bedtime announcement played.
Where's our Saray command? They're rioting.
I'll make one. By rights, we should all be turning off the lights and jumping into bed right now, but the Alliance meeting shall now begin. We'll take turns.
So happy.
Oh, hey, thank you for the raid raisins. Hello, Fire Emblem players, and welcome. We are back from a short break from streaming because we had to do... We had to do... Do not do that, Lisa. Hey, I'm doing great. How are you? What Fire Emblem are you up to these days? How dare you kill the most one-dimensionally evil character in both of their franchises? You deserve hate, you monster. I was playing Fate's Conquest. Ugh, nice. I'm gonna be playing that later this year. I have a 3DS coming in with a capture card. I'm so excited. Are you doing any challenges with it? Yeah. Lisa is being silenced.
He won't know.
It had been... Hell, he'll know. It had been decided that the Anti-Sponsor Alliance would be holding nightly meetings in my room to exchange information starting from tonight. No specific challenge, just kind of playing the game. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't played Fates in close to 10 years, so I'm, like, really jonesing to play it again. You start first, Takumi. Learned anything new about the identity of the sponsor? Yes, according to what Ava told me, I shared the results of my investigation with everyone, about how the bee could not have been a weapon of an invader, that blood-sucking was taboo to the invaders, so the sponsor couldn't have been one since they sucked Kurara's blood. In conclusion, it's quite likely the sponsor is an unknown third party unrelated to us or the school invaders. That's all from me. We're already having enough trouble with the invaders, and now there's a third party. This is highly displeasing. Be that as it may, I must commend you for a job well done. That was remarkable work for the poor person of your intelligence. Why are you laughing?
That was funny. It was so backhanded.
But thanks. Thanks, but can I get something other than a backhanded compliment once in a while? I'll work on it when I feel like it. So that's enough. Allow me to go next. After dismembering the dead bee and investigating its anatomy, I made several discoveries. First of all, the bee was modeled after a type of parasitic wasp. A horrible species that parasitizes the body of butterfly larvae and feeds off their innards. Basically, that bee was simply a scaled-up version of a parasitic wasp. There's just one major difference between this bee and an actual parasitic wasp. Bees and hornets usually use their stingers to inject poison into an enemy's body. This giant bee, however, uses it to suck stuff out. Like a blood-collecting device of sorts. It works more like a mosquito stinger. Y'all saw the bee use it to suck the blood out of Kurara. Yes, and she was drained in a few seconds, a testament to the strength of its suction.
I want to say, I'm glad they're bees and not like mosquitoes. That would be terrifying.
But I agree. I've never seen these bees, so this is a surprise to you. I'm kind of wondering if, maybe Ato is affiliated with some group of people that want to wipe out humanity, and that's, like, the sponsor is some, like, ally of Ato's, even though Ato's not here. I'm also wondering if maybe the bees could have been what were on the moon base thing. But it does bring up another question. The body of the bee has nowhere to store the blood it sucks, so where did Kurara's blood disappear to? Maybe it was warped to another place instantly. It's like that's what's happening. Maybe it's designed to transfer all the nutrients it sucks up into the sponsor's stomach. In other words, the sponsor's using the bees to consume cryptoglobin. Just a hypothesis. If that turned out to be true, it could mean the sponsor absorbed Kurara's blood. The thought of my friend's blood being used as food sparked an intense rage within me. And that's all I've got. Let's hear what Hiroko has to say now. Any progress on that suit the sponsor's wearing? Yes, I'd venture to say there's been some major progress. Much more than I initially expected. I may be able to get my hands on a spare suit worn by the sponsor in the very near future.
What?
Here's a spare suit?
Oh.
Yes, and I've almost pinpointed its location. All that's left is to refine the coordinates. Hiroko previously said the sponsor's invincibility came from that suit. If we could secure something similar, wouldn't that make us invincible as well? Where is the spare? We can look for it together. No, that won't work. I'll search for it myself. Why? 3 sets of eyes are faster than 1, right? Because I'm the only one who can find that place. Something terrible beyond all imagination may happen if someone other than me discovered it. So don't even try. Understand? Oh, that's interesting. Her assertive tone made it clear that there would be no further discussion on the matter. Something that could cause the unusually placid Hiroko to get so worked up had to be extraordinary. I do think they did a really... I was worried that this route was just gonna be, like, basically garbage.
Pretty good.
It's been really good. Okay, I'll respect your
We're
wishes.
on day 28.
Even if I don't understand them, it's for the best. I don't expect that all routes go to day 100, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. What's the plan for tomorrow and beyond? I've only ran into one section I didn't like. Ooh. Tell us after we get the ending, if it's the one. I need you two to continue your research. We're having a dire lack of good information right now. Don't forget to keep earning points in the game as well. Stay in 6th place or higher. Also, avoid situations that may end up with you dying to mere minions. As usual, we're going with safety first. If you accidentally die, I'll bring you back to life and kill you myself, Takumi. That's an amazing sprite. If you're praising the death game route, then maybe you're praising Kanaka. I probably am. Also, the overall fan servicey, Darumi stuff is making me think that it's a Kanaka route. Why only me? Because if anyone will screw up, it's you. I'll be fine. Yugamu's with me, and I'm not that bad of a fighter myself. You should be watching out for yourself. You were the first to die last time. Please, are you talking to me? I'm much stronger than the Hiroko you knew. Not true. Darumi and I can take out a commander or two by ourselves. Darumi, huh? Yugamu's expression darkened at that. Hiroko, I just don't get it. Why would you team up with Darumi of all people? I'll be brutally honest, the fact that your team doesn't sit right with me. She loves her killing games. I can't imagine she won't at least try to sabotage our work if she ever finds out about it. Rest assured that she'll never find out. She's just my in-game partner. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm talking about what-ifs right now. You can't guarantee that it won't happen. You really ought to dissolve your partnership with her. No, I'm not letting her out of my sight. She has an important role to play as well. Which is... I can't tell you. Why not? Shouldn't allies share as much information with each other as possible? Yugamu continued to question Hiroko about her reasoning for teaming up with Darumi, but she kept quiet throughout. Stupid Hiroko, she's a dog now. She has superhuman hearing. Yeah, right, she's listening.
This must be what Pengi dealt with in the first route.
What do you mean?
I had no dialogue.
Oh, yeah, there were definitely times where, based on the characters in the room, I was like... She's actually under our bed. It's easily, I think it's been about an hour since Grant has had a line.
I'm gonna go chill with Nutmeg on the couch.
Can you get me some water? Here. Oh, okay. Do we have any in the fridge or no? That was aggressive. That was very aggressive. The Alliance meeting ended on a slightly sour note because of that. Mm-hmm. Grant, that was just Grant slamming water down on my desk. I can't believe Peggy intentionally chose this route to isolate Grant. Well. It had been 4 days since the game started, and I had gotten used to fighting outside the academy. I would wander around town quietly in search of invaders and strike them down using as little energy as possible.
That's how long this route would be.
I'm happy that they only made us do 2 battles so far. Nice, seems like I'm in pretty good form today. I doubted I would end up in last place in the first round if I kept this up. But ensuring my survival alone wasn't enough to put me at ease. The ultimate goal of the anti-sponsor alliance was to put an end to the killing game. Was to put an end to this game by killing the sponsor. There's still one in there.
Gave me the end.
Oh, I don't know. I just grabbed it, whatever.
It's a tiny end.
Oh. Sorry. But what was the sponsor hoping to achieve by making us do this? I couldn't get the one thought out of my mind as I cut down one invader after another. In a way, the sponsor and Saray were similar. Both were trying to make us fight the invaders. Yes, that's why I think that he's in cahoots with Saray. Except, Saray never ordered us to fight outside the academy. Yurko has many talents, but names aren't one of them. He always insisted we fought on academy grounds. On the other hand, the rules laid down by the sponsor basically forbade us from doing so. They were designed to make us fight outside. Why was the sponsor so determined to make us fight out here? Did they not want us using the Revive-O-Matic? Dying outside meant our bodies couldn't be revived. Was that the sponsor's objective? To ensure that anyone who died would stay dead? Hey, Takumi, when did your hands go on vacation? I was jolted back to reality by Yugamu's teasing. Was Saray killed before or after we found the Leave the Academy message? I think it was the same night. Yeah, it was the same night because we found the message and we noticed Saray wasn't there, and then we found him in the entrance hall. I was jolted back to reality by Yugamu's teasing. Sorry, just thinking about something. It's dangerous to think and kill at the same time. There's a fine line between familiarity and carelessness. Keep your mind on the hunt for now. Don't forget that Hiroko warned you last night about getting killed. You're right, sorry about that. I refocused my mind on the task at hand. With my sword in hand and my mind clear, I resumed the work of hunting down invaders. Yugamu and I spent the better part of the morning killing together. We returned to the academy a little past noon and immediately made our way to the leisure lounge. Yeah, Shoma's in last.
Logo went up high.
There we checked our latest ranks.
I'm in 4th place, and Yugamu's in 6th.
Our positions had slipped from the first day, but we were still within the top bracket. Since it was already the 4th day, it was unlikely we would tumble all the way to the bottom this round unless something catastrophic happened.
Shoma's currently in last place.
I had told myself not to look at the other positions, but my eyes naturally drifted to the last spot. Speaking of leaderboard positions...
Tsubasa's is surprisingly high.
Oh, that's true, actually. She was clearly holding her teammates back yesterday. And before Shoma kills Ava in a panic and climbs to the top, that would be amazing. She's likely benefiting from the point sharing system. What point sharing system? What, you haven't noticed? Lisa is the sponsor. She does that we could have a Yugamu route. Oh, yes. There's a way to earn points in this game without killing any invaders yourself. Yugamu took out a notepad and started drawing some sort of diagram on it. Let's say, for example, a 10-point enemy appears in front of you. You kill that enemy by yourself, you gain a whole 10 points. But if I help you in the fight, I gain a percentage of those 10 points. Could be 50-50 or 80-20 split, spent depending on the situation. It all hinges on how much each person contributed to the fight. Simply joining the fight earns you at least 10% of the points. Tsubasa's Hemo-Anima is very versatile, and so I'm sure she's earning points by supporting the others. So every member of the team gets some credit as long as they work together, like in sports. A strange but fitting comparison. Weaker players earn points by focusing their efforts on supporting others. Stronger players gain support by offering to share points with those who do. This game may not be about pure combat prowess, but how well we work together. Being tested on our teamwork in a killing game? A killing game usually pits participants against each other, but the rules for this one clearly lent itself to fostering teamwork. Had this been implemented to adjust the difficulty of the game to our level, or did the sponsor have some ulterior motive? Okay. I had returned to the room. Turn on the light. Unable to quash the indescribable wave of nausea threatening to bowl over me. Is this your first route? Are you and Peggy morphogenically linking? I think Lisa might have gotten some junk endings. So, if we look at Flowchart Chan, I think that a lot of these decisions lead to short routes where you just die. And it's possible that Lisa did a few like that. I think we've been choosing decently lengthy, like we've been avoiding death at the very least. But I think as the route goes on, like this looks like a really short, this is the first one that looks like a small branch to me. So there's probably like a medium amount of divergence here, but if you choose not to team up with Yugamu, you probably just die to the invaders. I would guess. But anyways, what I'm saying here is that Peggy-chan has been alive. He's not dying. He's been avoiding death with his decision making. I would kill for an onion ring right now. Holy shit. I'm kind of getting hungry, but I don't know. I might make some chicken and rice in a little bit. I started with killing Ato, and then just cause I was curious, I did a bit of the not kill Ato, but then went back to this one. Yeah, that's always a tough call to make in these games, where like, do you go to a totally different route after finding a blockage in one? Because like, you run the risk of forgetting like the specific details of what's happening in that route if you don't do that.
I have a question. Go back to our prologue route. Does it say Evo is dead?
I believe it does.
Even when he's his favorite.
Yeah, right. This is the prologue.
Died pretty late.
Yep, he was dead.
No, he was. He was alive.
But then he's dead.
He actually died.
Yeah.
He died. Counted as alive, right?
Yeah. Oh, I see. I didn't go too far into it. Personally, forgetting about the timeline is how you align your memory with Takumi's Coco headness. Yeah, agree. Should I do this afternoon? I was in my room trying to figure out what to do in the time I had before the nightly meeting. My role in the anti-sponsor alliance was to find out the identity of the sponsor, but it's not as easy as it sounds. I felt like I needed clear direction, like where was I supposed to even start? If only I had a hint of sorts to help me get the ball rolling. I suppose I'll just have to ask around. Asking around for information would be the best way to find clues that might shed more light on the matter. Asking around, yes, that's what I'll be doing today. The others would surely be shocked to see the most unpopular guy in school right now approaching them out of the blue. But I can't just hole up in my room all day without at least trying something. I steeled myself before dashing out of the room. Alright guys, I'm gonna go on a quick break for like maybe 5 minutes just because I'm kind of hungry and I want to heat up some chicken. So I'm gonna be right back.
Oh, we're gonna steal more of mine.
I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry.
The kitchen is closed.
Where are you?
Alrighty, guys. Go like that. Alright, Grant's in the driver's seat.
Now you want me to also be in the stream, now that you're...
Grant's in the driver's seat while I have my food, so, we have to talk to everyone and try and get information. Or B. There you go.
Takumi!
Tsubasa lowered her eyes awkwardly when I called out to her.
I'm sorry for abandoning you the other day. Did everything turn out alright after that?
Yeah, I managed to walk away with my life somehow. Yugamu and I are on a team now.
I'm so glad you're safe. I don't want to see any more of my friends dying. Though that means Shoma's in trouble for the first round, huh?
Why?
He's not taking part in the game at all. Takemaru has been pulling out all the stops to invite him, but he just refuses to even leave his room.
Did you forget how he sounded, Lisa? I see. Shoma is probably going to be the first to die if things continue like this.
But we could save him if we took down the sponsor before that happened. Tsubasa, do you happen to know anything about the sponsor? I'm trying to find out their true identity. That's a question I'd like to answer myself. Why'd they show up and make us take part in the killing game? None of it makes any sense.
Great. Alright, well that was massively unhelpful. Info about the sponsor's identity? Oh my, are you investigating that too? Too? As in you're also looking into this? You bet! I even tried to film a day in the life documentary of the sponsor some time ago. Day in the life?
No.
First, I made a camera with a Gift-O-Matic. Then I tailed the sponsor around for 24 hours. That way, if they ever revealed their face during that time, we'd catch it on film, right? And did you? Oh, I wish. They cling to that spacesuit like it was a championship belt itself. How's it possible to carry out any sort of daily routine with that suit on? What about food? Oh, the sponsor doesn't eat. Doesn't eat? Yeah, never saw them eat or sleep even once. Just kept buzzing out orders to their B underlings day in, day out. Sponsor can stay active for 24 hours without food or sleep. It sounded unbelievable to me, but Moko wasn't the type to tell tales.
He's a robot.
Like Shirai, maybe? We're dealing with a real main event headliner here. Better be ready for a Royal Rumble if we're trying to unveil the real identity.
Okay, chat, I need to know right now, thoughts on barbecue sauce. I think it's too sweet. It's not good, it's just sugar.
I like sweet, I don't like sweet barbecue sauce. I like smoky barbecue sauce.
It's sugar meat flavored like sugar sauce. I don't like it. Hey. Oh.
Hey Takemaru, can I have a minute? I'm gathering information about the sponsor right now and...
Sorry man, I got another city. You're just bad luck these days, everything you touch turns to ashes.
But he's saying barbecue sauce is too sweet. Bad luck, huh? Just part of being the school jinx, I guess. Wow. Okay, Takemaru.
Not even trying email or Taco.
Oh.
This is wild.
Thank you.
No.
Eva was in her cell looking dejected. As I left her. Gaku faked his death so he could be the sponsor. That would be insane.
He was clearly still aghast for not being able to get her mask back. That was it.
Hate Eva.
Do not speak to me as if we're friends. I will never ever forgive you for sending Lady Karara to her dismissible death. Be gone, accursed Grim Reaper, and give Lady Korora back to me.
Am I crazy enough to make Kyoshika 3? Calm down, Kyoshika. I'm sorry, Takumi, but Kyoshika's still very angry about what happened, so... I knew I wasn't popular, but actually having such vitriol spewed directly in my face was a sobering experience.
I really want to know what would have happened if we didn't choose to partake in the killing game.
It's a route, for sure.
It is.
Oh, did I show you my discovery? If you go to Flowchart Chan?
What's that?
Chapter select. Okay. This is definitely a death. Because it's the only route we've ever seen that looks small like
You've
that.
left yourself open.
The other ones are all divergent paths.
I wish you chose them.
Well, it would have been a quick... It would have been an entryway to Grant's route. But imagine how jarring it would be to go from this to the other side of the flowchart where you want to go, and then come back to this. Takumi pulls the helmet off to reveal that the sponsor's chat, led by Lisa Wesley.
So, leave the school, yes, is huge.
Surely that's what it means? I mean, yeah, I'm just going on vibes here, Nano.
So we leave the school. Leaving the school is a huge change. Oh my god. And then not doing a gig. This is bliss!
Yeah.
Army.
Whoa, who just shouted?
It is Darami, and I'm shouting because this is the happiest I've ever been.
Lisa, by the way, you missed some spectacular voices during our Noja run.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
There were so many great voices that you will never hear because we did not stream it.
Say, in your Otome voice, say...
God, no, you will never hear
Lisa is a degenerate.
No, you are not insulting Lisa.
Do it. Okay, fine. Lisa is not degenerate.
We're not doing the...
In the Otome voice.
The Otome voice was... honestly made
do it.
Run.
You
no,
have to. You have to. You have to.
Not, we do
you
not.
can't just tell them that there was amazing voices and then not show them one of your best works.
It was great. It's my fake Paul voice now.
Yeah, well, we're not gonna talk about that.
It is Darami, and I'm shouting because this is the happiest I've ever been. Killing game check, Mr. Siroko's lapdog check. Killing and killing and killing every day and night. Check, 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 and check. I'm Mr. Siriko, a loyal lapdog in a killing game. What else does the person need to be happy in life? And just thinking about that, I'm gonna ring the innards out of those invaders tomorrow. Releases so much endorphins into my brain, I just may pass out from sheer pleasure.
Dharma was enjoying the current situation with every fiber of her being. I still couldn't understand why Hiriko would team up with someone like that.
So does the leaderboard reset after the end of the...
We'll find out after Shoma's ass gets killed.
I've collected a bunch of information. I've learned a lot, and I'm glad I mustered up the courage to talk to everyone. After putting the information down in my notebook, I prepared for the nightly meeting. I'll do the Otome voice for the next invader.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay.
Make it work.
You never know when the invaders might attack,
I don't
so
realize
rest
a lot
up while
either,
you
I don't
still
think.
can.
I mean, Moko provided info, but that's about it.
Good.
Yeah, we learned that. Reading, I got this. For the Anti-Sponsor Alliance, the bedtime announcement was now a call to action reminder for the day, as a sign for us to gather and report on the day's findings. So we now have it's highly possible the sponsor doesn't eat or sleep. And still manage to be so powerful.
Oh.
They should just quit sponsoring killing games and go make a killing in the business world instead. Who wouldn't be impressed by a corporate soldier who can work all day and night? This is neither the time nor place to be joking around. It's precisely the time to place to be funny. Morbid humor is the best way to deal with morbid situations. That's just how strong the enemy we're up against. Right, Hiriko? This sponsor person is an enigma. Staying active for 24 hours with any sort of nutritional replenishment. Are we dealing with a robot? We can't rule out that possibility considering what little we know about their identity. But that as it may, I must commend you for the job well done. Remarkable work for someone of your intelligence. Oh, thanks, but can I get something other than a backhanded compliment once in a while? Was that a joke? It must be. Your entire existence is one. Well, aren't you something yourself? Allow me to share my findings on the bee's anatomy next. I got down to business today by dismembering the bee to its smallest parts. Much of tooth were uncovered as a result. Despite its tough and grandiose appearance, it doesn't quite have the hardness to match. The joints snap out of place as if you're looking at them wrong, and the stinger comes off without much effort at all. It's as fragile as life itself. But it can't be so weak. Those boys killed Corral like it was nothing. Their bodies were likely enhanced by some natural means when they were still alive. Supernatural, in other words, hemoenema. The ability to move around without needing or sleep, hemoenema enhanced bees. The more we tried to pry into the sponsor's business, the more of their uncanny strength we deemed to discover. But none of them proved that the sponsor himself was impossible to defeat. If we could just find a way to get them out of their invincibility suit. Last but not least, let's hear what Hiroko has to tell us. Did you find the spare suit you were talking about?
Yes, I pinpointed the location yesterday. If all goes well, I should be able to get my hands on the suit by tomorrow. Really? I honestly wasn't expecting to find it so soon either. Once we actually have it, uncovering a weakness or two should be trivial work. Unfortunately for the sponsor, their invader hunt is about to draw to a premature close. An end to this abominable invader hunt seemed like a dream, but Hiroko seemed confident the odds were in our favor. Anything we can do to help you secure the spare suit? Quite a lot. In fact, I'd venture to say I couldn't possibly recover the suit without your help. The suit is located somewhere to the south of this campus. Actually, getting the suit is going to be the easy part. The thing is...
Broken so soon.
If the bee is flying around, find out what we're doing. All the efforts will go down the drain. Because then, the sponsor would realize what we're up to. That's why we're going to need a little bit of creative prep work to hoodwink these roaming bees. With that preface, Hiroko shared with us a brief outline of her plan. I bet you Darumi's bait. Our operation commences at 7 a.m. tomorrow. 3 of us here plus Darumi will head south in this direction of town. Once we're somewhere in the vicinity of this area, we'll start hunting down invaders. As we do, we'll destroy the ruins around there in the flashiest way possible, kicking up as much dust and ash as we can. I'll use the sudden drop in visibility to camouflage to secretly move to the place with the spare suit without being discovered by the bees. We'll meet up once I find the suit, and rush back to the school to examine it until we can discover its weaknesses. After we ascertain a way to destroy the invincibility suit, it's showdown time with the sponsor. Hiroko's plan was simple but bold. She would absolutely end everything tomorrow if circumstances allowed, both the invader hunt and the sponsor himself. Will you help me, Takumi and Yugamu? An earnest plea for help from Hiroko without her usual barbs was a straight yes from me. I nodded vigorously. Of course I'll help. Let's get that suit and bring down the sponsor together. I'm against this plan. I won't be joining in. What's gotten into you, Yugamu? Is there something wrong with the plan? Nothing wrong with the plan, per se. What's wrong is one of the participants. Hiroko, why are you letting Darumi join the operation tomorrow? You've been insisting all this time she's nothing but your in-game partner and not a member of the anti-sponsor alliance. She's very strong. She'll be useful in combat. That's nice, but what guarantee is there she won't turn around and slit our throats after learning of the plan? Oh. Hi. Oh, it's a nutmeg. I didn't know when you let her out. Oh. Going to hang with my dad. Fire Emblem Engage Chan is so Peggy coded. He's just the MC. Don't be weird twice.
If we have a PengyCon in New York, we got a mascot already.
Yes, we have the baby Spice here. Hi, Nutmeg.
Okay. Oh my god, thank god, I need a break. My voice is killing me.
That's nice, but what guarantee is there that she won't turn around and slit our throats after learning of the plan? Oh, I mean doing anything for Hiroko? Well, yes. She lives and breathes killing games. I can already picture her lunging at us in unrestrained anger when she finds out we're trying to put a stop to her beloved game.
Do you understand?
You're overthinking this. She's too engrossed in the game to even notice what we're doing. That's my point, see? It's counterproductive to let someone so engrossed with killing games into our confidence. I disagree. I'm bringing her along tomorrow by hook or by crook. I have my reasons. Oh, such as? The discussion was leading nowhere. Neither Hiroko nor Yugamu seemed willing to compromise. Tomorrow's operation would be aborted if we didn't find a way to break the stalemate. I had to do something. I'm afraid I have to take Yugamu's side on this time, Hiroko. We're putting our lives on the line tomorrow. Yet, at the same time, you're trying to involve someone outside the Alliance. You can't blame us for feeling hesitant.
Yeah.
There were 2 invader fights in the very start of this split, Nano, but other than that... even you think so. She averted her eyes and bit on her lips. Fine, I won't ask for your help anymore. I'll get the suit myself. Oh no. Hold on, I'm not finding fault with you or anything. I reached out quickly and grabbed Hiroko's hand before she could leave the room. We understand you have secrets you can't fully share with us, and we know you have your reasons. Friendship ended with Hiroko again? We better not. Well, she was asking Yugamu and Takumi to help her, Nano. But Yugamu pretty much was like, you're involving Darmi in this and we don't know why, and you're not telling us. But can't you at least tell us something? It has to be something out of the ordinary, right? You're not the type to insist on doing things your way for mere selfish reasons. And how are you so sure I'm not? Because you trusted me, so I trust you too. It was Hiroko who trusted me and brought me out when everyone else was shunning me and calling me a jinx. If she needed help, I wanted to do everything in my power to help her. I quietly pleaded with Hiroko while intensely staring at her in the eyes, praying hard she would trust and lean on me. And then... Oh! It was a sigh of resignation. The trouble with your generic face is how you completely disarms me when you're spouting the occasional hero-like rhetoric. Very well, you'll have my full explanation on why I must bring Darmi along. Really? Yes, but not here. Outside. You know what? Let's go get Darmi so Grant has some lines.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting for you on the roof.
I'll donate Darmi to you.
Come alone, so Yugamu doesn't get to. You would never. With that, she exited the room, but her wanting to meet with me alone would mean, oh, for the love of murder, I'm the outcast now, eh? I don't mind. Go ahead, Takumi. I'll be right here, keeping your bed warm for you until you return.
Nano, no, they need our help.
Yeah, thanks. I'll be right back after I hear what she has to say. Oh, that's a good girl.
No, we distracted her by looking.
Also, don't touch my bed. Grant, it's time to have Darmi push both Hiroko and Takumi off the protag switch. No.
Yes, that would be great.
We do not want a
Then you have to get a good soft voice.
No promises. Please, promise. Just give it up, Takumi, and sleep with Yugamu. I left Yugamu behind in my room and went out to the roof. Huh? Hiroko? I didn't see Hiroko on the roof, even though she said she'd be waiting for me. But what do we even think the reason is? Unless she went back to her room. Over here, Takumi. We got a CG of Hiroko!
Really nice CG.
I turned toward the direction of the voice and saw Hiroko seated on the ledge. She was staring intently at something. I followed her gaze and... we are gonna get info. Oh, I'm so excited!
Do you long to see the people living there again?
Her question was sudden and unexpected.
Of course I do. That's what I'm fighting so hard for.
Yes, you would be right. We're all fighting here because there are people we want to see again. We'll be able to go back to them after this war ends. That's what motivates us to keep going. In other words, that's why we're so determined not to die here. However, Darumi has none of that. She's got nowhere to return to.
Nowhere? Surely she has family who can take her in.
Not all families are worth going back to. Not that I expect you to understand.
She was right. I didn't understand. How could I? It was my cherished dream to be surrounded by my parents and Karua at the dinner table again someday.
Takumi, do you know why Darumi is so enamored with killing games?
No?
It's very simple. She grew up in an environment that was like a killing game in itself. If she'd let her guard down, even for a brief moment, she'd be abused by her parents or teachers.
Is Hiroko just being a mom?
Punishment awaited her at every turn for no reason other than the adults in her life having a bad day. None of the grown-ups who were supposed to be looking out for her reached out to help in her time of need. You see? Just like a killing game, right?
I had an inkling Darumi may not have come from the best of family environments, but I had no idea it was that bad. Oh, right? She did. Oh my god, she mentioned her brother that one time, and we're like, huh?
God.
She wasn't kidding about that.
And when you go through life living like that, you can't help but wonder, why only me?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Why am I the only one suffering like this? Why can't everyone suffer together with me? Young and old, male and female. We should all suffer together.
How awful!
Use up our lives, our very existences, to entertain ourselves through misery. That's why she loves her killing game so much. It's the closest thing to her ideal world she can find.
So she was being dead serious when she talked about wanting to start a killing game.
Dead and buried 6 feet underground. She would have given her life for it.
What sort of mentality could drive a person to be this desperate for a killing game to begin?
Her wish to see the whole world turn into a killing game was never going to come true under normal circumstances. But as fate decreed, that wish somehow actually did come true.
When the sponsors showed up, the sponsor of the killing game suddenly appeared in midair one day. Darumi must have felt like her childhood dream was finally coming true.
She's on Cloud 9 right now, living out a dream that once seemed impossible to achieve. And she intends to die in it, after playing to her heart's content.
Die? Even though her dream finally came true.
Exactly. Now that her dream has come true, she has nothing to live for anymore.
She didn't look like someone who wanted to die, though. The few times I've seen her outside the academy.
In fact, you guys were slaughtering the school invaders together quite enthusiastically. Someone who fought with such wanton abandon in a situation where there was no coming back from death couldn't exactly be mentally sound now, could they? She was right. Someone with normal sensitivities would be a lot more cautious about this.
Without me keeping a close eye on her, she'll be running headlong into the largest group of invaders she can find. If I don't keep forcing her to return together, she'll keep on fighting, even past her limits. Even after returning, she always wants to go right back out to continue the hunt. It's not easy for me to keep pulling her back. She's basically committing slow suicide. I can't take my eyes off her for a minute.
Is that why you're so insistent on bringing her along for tomorrow's operation?
Stop, Fail.
I just don't want to leave her alone to her own devices. A short while's fine, but I get the feeling we may be taking a while tomorrow. I have to take her along. If I don't want to come back to a dead Darumi, this whole plan would be pointless if even one person dies.
I was completely dumbfounded. Hiroko was serious about saving everybody's lives. Then again, Hiroko had always been like that, even last time. That's right. This is her previous death speech. And I'm gonna retire. It's not enough for us to defeat the invaders. All of us have to survive as well. That's what victory means to me. She would ensure no one got left behind by snatching them from the jaws of death, even if it meant taking their place. Her tenacity in this aspect had saved me, and was now saving Darumi. My body trembled involuntarily when I realized the depth of Hiroko's determination. I had to admit it, she was the real hero here.
By the way, we haven't talked about it, but my guess for this route, Tsubasa is like a villain or something.
Yeah, the
There's
drone
so
bees,
many sus things.
The fact that it's a robot and like she apparently has the capability to like be programming all these things, it's like
Tsubasa, there's so much that Tsubasa's like clearly a villain in this route. I don't know why or what's going on, but we can't ignore it with like, we didn't ignore it with Eito, so we shouldn't ignore it with Tsubasa. Just because we love Tsubasa.
I'm so happy that we finally got a chance to talk to Hiroko, because now she's like,
no,
she's back to being best girl.
Alright, let's continue. Just believe in your friends. She's so evil, guys. Come on.
I feel bad for Darumi, but... Oh, I feel bad for Darumi, but this game needs to end. The sooner, the better. She's never going to come to her senses unless she first wakes up from this sham of a dream. Just because Kurara isn't here. No, I like... Yeah, on both routes I lose my favorite characters. It's not fair.
I just want to say, Hengi tried to steal Kurara from me.
What?
When we first got voices. Tried to steal Kurara, and I was like, I want Tomato-chan.
Yeah, you did say that at the outset. I believe it?
Exactly. I said, well, he got Hiroko, so I was like, fine, I want Tomato-chan. I saw her in the art, I want her.
Hiroko was the one character I remember from the art book, and I was like, I'm making sure that I get her. I'm begging you here, Takumi. Help me tomorrow. Yeah, of course. How can I possibly turn down a request from this awesome hero standing before me? I'll convince Yugamu to help as well. I can't believe he'll turn us down after I explain the situation to him. The four of us will rampage through town together tomorrow and put an end to the invader hunt. We both stretched out a hand spontaneously and exchanged a firm and solemn handshake. The only thing going through my mind at that time was what I could do to protect Hiroko's kind-hearted resolve. We should work together to defeat the sponsor, and then let's all get to the best day 100 together.
She's death flagging so hard right now, so let's end here.
But I was too naive! Kind-heartedness had no place on the battlefield because it was Hiroko's kind-heartedness that led her to end up like that.
This is the beginning.
Hiroko!
Ah! She died in combat?!
She was death flagging really hard.
No! She was lying on the ground with blood pouring out of her back. I want nutmeg. Nutmeg's on the couch.
Did you?
This is a mortal wound. There is no way she can recover from this. The attacker, if I remember correctly, is the...
Squad 3 Commander!
What is a commander doing here? Why is Hiroko lying in a pool of her own blood? Was she defeated by that commander? Nothing was making sense. My mind was in a state of confusion.
How did this happen?
Our plan had been proceeding smoothly. We set off early, reached the part of town south of the school, and started doing battle. Using the flashiest skills we had in our arsenal, we hunted down every invader in the area. This was to draw the Flying Bee's attention to us. Sometime after the battle began, Hiroko secretly left the area like she had planned in order to secure the spare suit. The bees were struggling to count the points Yugamu and I were racking up and didn't seem to have noticed her sudden absence. Felt like the plan was actually going to work. All we had to do was wait for Hiroko to return with the suit, and that would lead us to victory. But then something happened. I took my eyes off Darumi, who had been fighting with us for only a short while, and she vanished in that moment. She probably got overly excited and decided to expand her hunting territory. I panicked. Hiroko would be heartbroken if anything happened to Darumi. I ran around the vicinity in a desperate attempt to locate her, all the while imploring her in my heart to not do anything reckless that might end up making Hiroko sad. I was praying hard for her safety, and just as I'd finally caught the sight of Darumi on the other side of the rubble, the unthinkable happened. I couldn't make head nor tail of the scene no matter how long or hard I stared at it.
Why? Why? Why is this happening?
She got the suit,
Get
it
a
looks
hold
like.
of yourself, Takumi.
I snapped back to my senses at Yugamu's yelling. Yugamu, Hiroko's down, most likely by a commander. Yugamu's face twisted into a hateful scowl when I turned to look at the commander. That's why I didn't want Darumi to come along. She's too high profile in a lot of ways. You can't blame the enemy for zeroing in on such an attention-grabbing target on the battlefield. I wager the commander attacked Darumi first in this case, and then Hiroko tried to help her. The commander attacked Darumi as she was rampaging around, and Hiroko tried to help and got struck down instead. What do we do now? How can we save them both? Run away, that's what. The operation's failed. But we can't just abandon them. There's nothing we can do to turn the tide of this battle, especially not against a commander. We need to survive so that we can carry on Hiroko's will. Yugamu's decision was sound. The best outcome we could hope for was right now was to avoid all of us dying. But did I really want that? What was the point of surviving if I had to abandon a friend to do it? Abandon Hiroko and Darumi to escape and wait for another chance, or jump in to save them without caring about the consequences.
Do it. Okay, let's save here.
Holy shit!
There's a lot of decisions in this game. Saved Army. Yes! Okay, we're gonna stop though.
Oh, but I don't think I can...
Swear, a miracle will occur.
Okay, I have to make my decision and then we have to save and go, guys, because we have other plans tonight.
Wow.
Save Darumi. I have to do it, because, yeah, I have to. We might die for this.
Who cares? You saved Army. Don't let another one of my characters die. Just lost her. Hiruko. Bye.
2 arms!
It's your future. Hold on, Alright guys, I hate to do this to you.
You left yourself open!
But we'll be back tomorrow night. Yeah, that's an insane place to end on.
Cliffhangers are great.
We're still on chapter 15A.
Oh, that's good.
Anyways, guys, we gotta take off. So, see you guys later. Wait, I gotta stop.
I won't let him end the stream.